Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is September 5th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $sign ORION or the YouTube Super Chat right here. On this Tuesday afternoon, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Cincinnati Reds, game number 2 in the set, a must-win game for Seattle. First pitch will be here in about 9 minutes. Let's get into the thumb and go into the starting lineups. All right, baby, on the thumb, just like yesterday, we ended up doing yesterday. We got Julio Rodriguez and L.A. De La Cruz. It didn't work out for us. Hey, but I figured we'll switch up the images and we'll do it again. We have to get going. Julio on the left, L.A. De La Cruz on the right. Let's go, Mariners. Let's go over the starting lineups of the visiting Seattle Mariners. All right, leading off for Seattle, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Batting third, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting fourth, cleanup for Seattle this afternoon, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting fifth, playing left field, Dominic Canzone. Batting sixth, first baseman, Ty France. Batting seventh, DHing for Seattle this afternoon, Mike Ford. Batting eighth, playing a position that we normally do not see, Eugenio Suarez, his first game off all year. Third baseman today. Hopefully, I don't see any errors out of Jose Caballero. So I'm going to be on alert on any ball that gets ripped towards third base. I pray that Jose can handle the job for this afternoon. And batting ninth, second baseman, Josh Rojas. And on the mound, one of our aces, our best pitcher on the staff, not named George Kirby. We're talking Bryce Miller, 8-4 record with a 3.93 ERA. I would like to see that ERA go down to about 3.50. Let's go, Bryce. You know what time it is? It's Miller time. Let's go, baby. We need a good outing out of you. It's been rough, just getting beat 2 out of 3 by the Mets. We're looking like if we don't get shit turned around, we might have that same result with the Reds. When we got the Dodgers, the Rangers, and the Astros, this is not the time to be losing to teams that are inferior to us. We need to get going. We need runs and hits early. 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Let's get those 5 runs within the first 2 innings. What do you say? Let's go. All right, let's get into the Cincinnati Reds. See what they got going on with their starting lineup here today. All right, leading off for the Reds, DHing and leading off, which is very unusual, Jake Fraley. Batting second, playing center field, TJ Friedel. Batting third, a very underrated player in Cincinnati, second baseman Spencer Steer. And Spencer's leading in pretty much all the categories. Home runs, 20. Batting average, 269. And runs batted in, 76. So obviously you have Joey Votto and L.A. De La Cruz that just got called up, obviously a few weeks before the All-Star break. But Spencer Steer, and a player to keep your eye on if you're a Mariner fan. All right, batting cleanup, batting forward, playing shortstop today, the phenom L.A. De La Cruz. One of the most exciting players in Major League Baseball, period. Batting fifth, playing right field, Hunter Renfroe. Batting sixth, playing first base, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Batting seventh, playing left field, Will Benson. Batting eighth, the former Mariner prospect, third baseman Noelvi Marte. And batting ninth, catching for Cincinnati, Luke Mail. And making his major league debut, starting pitcher, no wins, no losses, no ERA, Connor Phillips. Let's go, Mariners. No worries. I know you'll hop on when you can. Zach in the building. How are you? How's it going, brother? Hopefully we can get a dub. I mean, I hate seeing us lose to teams that aren't on our level, like the Mets and the Reds, but it definitely shows you every game is important. You just can't be like, well, we'll just save our best baseball for the Dodgers, Astros, and the Rangers, because if we do that, by the time we play those teams, we might be sitting in third place on the outside looking in. We want to be able to win the division. Hell, we just want to be able to make the playoffs. And the way that we've been playing lately, we've been very, very shaky. So hopefully we can end up getting the dub. I got the chain on early. I didn't forget. I got the Sewn Julio jersey on. We got the do-rag. I got the socks. I got the hat. I got the shirt underneath. I am ready to go. Let's go, baby. Reflect in the building. Who is it? It's me. It's Reflect. How are you, brother? How are you, dude? Let's go, M's. I know. Ham Swaggerty. I know. We'll have to be able to root. I mean, like I said, for me, between you and me and some of the other Mariner fans, Sauer and you and some of those other guys that are going to come in, everyone's going to have an opinion on, our team, our manager, our GM, our pitching staff, our bench guys, whether they like Jared Kelenic or not, or if they like some of these guys like Haggerty or Dylan Moore. Bottom line, we just want to win. And sometimes we have moves that are kind of head scratching, but ultimately we just need to find a way to have good pitching and get 7 to 10 hits, 5 runs, and everything will take care of itself on its own. Yeah, we definitely want to give Mr. Phillips a welcome to the majors that he will not forget. Sarah in the building, how are you? I hope that you're feeling a little bit better. Sarah's been under the weather for about the last week or so. So I appreciate all the hard work that she puts in. And like I said, there's not very many people that I think that could handle being a full-time mod for me. Just based on the amount of work that I do is pretty much every day. So shout out to Sarah for being, even when she's sick, like I said, if it's really, really bad, I'll just take her to, tell her to take the day off and whatnot. But she's very instrumental of the success on the channel, being able to monitor things as the lead mod, as well as some of the other people in the room. And obviously helping us, get the likes and the subs and the views and the donos. Appreciate you. Hope you feel a little bit better. And we got football on Friday. No. Thursday, baby. But also, reflect. Kelsey, he had a little bit of a knee injury in practice, but it looks like it is not an ACL tear, MCL tear, PCL tear. Now, will Kelsey play? That is yet to be determined. I hope he plays for you. I want to make sure that when we match up in fantasy and whatnot, that we have our best players going at each other. But ultimately, for your sake, you just want to be able to have Kelsey be healthy for a majority of the year because you drafted him in the first round. So you are really banking on him, being the man. So I'm really praying for you, and I really hope that he ends up being healthy. Hell, I got Mahomes, so it's not like I'm being disingenuous or I'm not being genuine. Of course, I want Kelsey to be healthy because I got Mahomes, and Mahomes is going to go to Kelsey. Now, can Mahomes get numbers without him? Yeah, but Kelsey's a guy that can give you 2 or 3 touchdowns in a game, and there's not very many guys that you can say that about. So I am praying that Kelsey's knee is okay, and hopefully it's just swollen. They can go through their due diligence, and even if he misses a game, that's better than being out for this season. That is big facts. Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Yeah. If you have the fantasy app on your cell phone, it'll actually give you updates automatically. So what I would recommend is that if you haven't downloaded it yet, just go, to ESPN, or you can go to the Play Store, and it's just called ESPN Fantasy. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. You push it on your phone. It opens up. It's got your whole roster, and then any kind of updates that come through, like the rankings for each week, injuries, any type of concerns about your players or any player. That way you can get the information there. So obviously me and Sarah are all over that information. So yeah, yeah. But again, like I said, if you can, like if I was you, and this is me, even though I'm going against you week one, I want you to be successful. So what I would recommend is like tomorrow, I would pick up, and like I said, I'm not really necessarily sure that I would pick up necessarily the backup tight ends. They have a couple that you could pick up, but also I was looking on there for you. You could end up picking Iowa Sam Laporta from the Lions. He's available there. And so if you end up grabbing him, and then you'd obviously have to cut someone like that you picked on your bench, but at least that way it would give you two tight ends since you didn't draft a backup. And sometimes that happens. But regardless if you have Kelsey or Andrews or Kittle or Waller or Goddard or anybody, normally in fantasy, even if you get the best guy, you always want to make sure you get a backup just for this exact scenario. It happened to me a few years back where I did the same thing. I had Kelsey and I got confident and I said, I'm not going to need anybody else. And literally, I think it was like the fourth week or fifth week, way back in the day, he got hurt. And it wasn't like season ending, but I was like, damn it. I still ended up, finding my way and getting someone from the wire. But since it's at the beginning of the year, you can still end up getting a starter. And that's what I would recommend. And obviously, I'm giving you this information because I would do that. So, and not only that, Laporta looks like a guy, if he gets targets, that could be someone that you could actually use if needed if Kelsey's injured. So, first pitch for a strike to J.P. Crawford. But I was just looking on there to see like what's available. I picked Juwan Johnson, for Mark Andrews just for that exact scenario, but I was just taking a peek. But Laporta's there, Noah Fant is there, Gesicki is there, Conklin's there, Logan Thomas is there, Dawson Knox is there. So you have Irv Smith, Hayden Hurst. You have options, so it's not like everything is lost, and you can choose out of those guys on the wire whatever one you like the best, whether it be Laporta or if it ends up being one of the backup chief tight ends, which could end up scoring a touchdown. But again, I'm not sure if I would stick with that. J.P. Crawford punched that. No, he's not going to go on IR. No, he won't. So what they'll do is they'll in fantasy, unless he's out for the year, then he would go on the injured reserve list. But if it's just like a minor injury, it'll just go from like questionable Q, and then like doubtful D, and then obviously you'll go through the little progressions with the little letter next to it. But you don't obviously cut Kelsey. You just put him on your bench, and then you'll find someone else that that you can go there. But you're not going to be able to slide him in IR though, because he's not going to go on IR. It'll probably just say doubtful, and you'll just have to drop one of your players that you picked on the bench, to be able to get some points. I mean, usually, unless it comes back that it's a serious injury, Julio pops up, two away. J.P. Crawford with the strikeout, Julio with the pop-up. But again, unless it's going to be something where he's out for a month or longer, then they may put the designation on him. But unless it's just like a week or two, something like that, it's just going to be a doubtful, questionable. You'll go through the letters that are on there. So. Yeah, and obviously I wouldn't, tell you to get someone that I wouldn't get myself. So, but again, that's exactly why I picked up Juwan Johnson and Daniel Jones at the very end. I could have just ignored that and said, "Oh, I got Mark Andrews. Oh, I got Mahomes." But you just never know in fantasy, especially in practice, some kind of fluke injury, and hopefully it's just going to be something where he's out for like a week. Yeah, and like I said, I'm actually surprised no one picked Laporta up. I was actually considering it, but Juwan Johnson, ended up being a 7-touchdown guy last year. So Cal Raleigh foul. But if Juwan Johnson was gone, I think I would have picked Laporta. That would have been my next guy based on who was left. So you're actually kind of lucky, that there still is talent. But again, we're doing a 10-man, not a 12 or a 14. And if we were doing a 12 or 14, then you might be screwed, or you would just have to get the Chiefs back up and pray they get the ball. So foul back. 0-2 count to Cal Raleigh. But I do think in that type of offense, the Lions are going to be able to score points. And I think they will go to Laporta here and there. Now, also, guys like Jamison Williams that is injured, at some point he'll be back, and we'll see what happens with him. It's all kind of, you have to monitor, game in and game out what's going to happen. But hopefully they stay healthy for him. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, no. I was especially with Reflect, and I was like, oh, he picked him in the first round. I was like, you don't want to see him get hurt before the first game. At least let him play in the first game and get hurt and get some points for you, like a touchdown, and then you can feel good about it. Not like, oh shit, like now I got to scramble. So But I will always give good advice. Even if I'm going against someone that week or anybody in the league, I'm going to be genuine. I'm going to be honest, and I'm always going to give you the move that I would make myself. So, right. But sometimes when you do a second tight end and you get them in the draft, you get a better quality tight end than the ones that are left over. And that's a reason why sometimes you do that. Because if you double up, and you end up getting a good one and then a back, like, it's always smart to get a backup for every player in fantasy. You got a quarterback, get at least one backup. You got one tight end, get a backup. You got a defense, get another one. I mean, the only situation where I could say it might be okay not to have a backup is kicker. If you don't want to go that route, that's not going to kill you typically. But everything else, you definitely want to have at least one backup. At least that's from my experience finishing in the top 3 pretty much every year that I've done this, and I've noticed with people that don't do that, sometimes things go sour and things go kind of haywire. So, yeah. And even when I had Andrews last year, I ended up having 3 or 4 tight ends. I mean, there was a point where I had a Higbee, Cole Kmet, I had Andrews when he was like hurt a little bit. So sometimes I'll triple up, and I'll go 3 tight ends, even if I have an elite one. I don't care. I'm just trying to get the points each week. Pitches inside, 3-2 count. There's more this year, though. There's more this year. So you got Kelsey, right? You got Andrews, you got Kittle. Darren Waller's production's going to go up. You got Goddard. So TJ Hawkinson. So to me, I think there's 6 really, really good ones. I mean, now the numbers are going to be much lower than Kelsey, but you're still going to be able to get good numbers out of Andrews, Kittle most of the time, Goddard, Hawkinson, and those guys. I feel there's like 6, because after those top 6, then there's a little bit of a drop off. Now, can those guys still get points? Yeah. Like Juwan Johnson ended up getting like 7 tutties kind of in the back end of the year. And I think he was like the 4th rated tight end. And that's why I picked him up, not just because he was an Oregon Duck. But you just never know when something might happen. So, yeah. I got Andrews. Well, I had a choice between because Kelsey got picked by you. Sarah got Hawkinson. So I was like, damn it. I was looking at that. So then it was either Andrews or Kittle. And, both guys are kind of shaky, but great at times. I think upside is more for Kittle, but also he's got a more of an upside to get hurt. So, numbers might be lower with Andrews, but I know he'll probably play. But Kittle has more boom, but also more bust, where Kittle could get 2 touchdowns in a game and get you like 35 points, where maybe Andrews just gives you 15 points or less consistently, but you hope for that big one once in a while. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Everyone's got a different strategy, when they do fantasy. Back. Gone, baby. Yeah. Yes, Teoscar Hernandez. Boom, shakalaka. Let's go. Teoscar Hernandez for mayor. Let's go. 2-0 Mariners. And that's exactly what we needed. Runs and hits early. Let's go. Let's go. Cade Marlowe, will we see you today? We might, but it's all about Teoscar Hernandez right now. Let's go. Yes, sir. Nice follow through with that swing. 2-0 Mariners. Let's go. Hell yeah. Dominic Canzone popped up. And that looks like it's back to not the warning track, and that's routine. All right. Well, at least we got the homer. What a hell of a way to start. When you get runs in the first inning, it's always a good sign. Yesterday was depressing as shit. So we definitely need to be able to get going. 2-0 Mariners. And also, this pitcher, Connor Phillips, it's his first game. Come on. If we can't rough this guy up, then we don't even deserve to win this game. All right, baby. Let's go. Bottom of the first inning. Leading off for Cincinnati, DHing at the leadoff spot, which is weird, Jake Fraley. Batting second, center fielder, TJ Friedel. And batting third, second baseman, Spencer Steer. Let's go. Let's go, baby. And on some of the broadcasts, I'll end up having, obviously, commercials that come through. And if not, since I can end up using this loop music that I use during the fantasy, we can always use this, during the commercial break. So that way there's not just some dead air or silence. Eating the ducks is what it's called. Fantasy football was fun yesterday. And honestly, out of all the times, now we're in the building. What's good? 2-0 Marinez with the Oscar Homer, baby. But, I've never picked a running back that late, going into fourth, I think I'm going to take a quick peek at what I did there. I was looking at it, but pretty wild that I was still able to have like an A grade on the draft. And as far as the league is concerned with the draft recap, let me see. So I didn't pick my first running back until round 4 and round 6. And I've never done that. I'm always picking Chubb, Saquon, Nick, fucking Josh Jacobs, and all the good running backs were left. So it was either ETN or Najee Harris. So I was like, nope. Those guys are okay. Aaron Jones, I believe, was there, but I was like, no. I'm just gonna. And I definitely could have went Najee, Aaron Jones. I've done that combo in the past a couple years ago, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna go Mahomes, and it worked out. I still ended up dropping Ramondre Stevenson in my lap. I ended up getting a decent lineup, even with all things considered, going top heavy. But Stevenson, Rashad White, and then I ended up getting Montgomery and Jamal Williams. That's pretty solid considering what round I got all those guys in, and obviously the top heavy guys that I got. So, yeah, can we? What up? What up? We are live from Sour Vanilla from his bathroom stall number 2. His employers are wondering where the hell he is, and every time the Mariner plays, he disappears for an hour. What it do, Sour? How are you, brother? Let's go, baby. 2-0 Mariners. TJ Friedel, 268 average, 12 homers in 2023. Let's go, Bryce. Yeah, obviously the Jamal Williams is only going to be high value for the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks, while Kamara obviously is suspended, right? But you never know how the Saints might use him. So it's always just going to be that would be a good piece just to kind of wait and see. And then with Montgomery, it's him and Gibbs. So even though they don't have DeAndre Swift and they don't have, Jamal Williams there anymore, the offensive line is one of the best in the country. So I felt that was a very good value pick that I got late back-to-back with both of those players, considering I only had Ramondre Stevenson and then picked up my Bucs running back as well. So, but I've never done that type of strategy before, but again, wide receiver, quarterback, tight end, and it worked out. So, but again, just because, you look like you have a good team, it doesn't mean that the guys are all going to stay healthy. And, things always kind of change once you get to the playoffs, where, some guys might just shit the bed. So Munoz, reliever of the month. I did see that. Chubb, Javonte Williams, and A.J. Dillon. Oh, number 7. So that was a big sleeper. And I was actually going to go for your guy, Dameon Pierce. So I was actually going to go Stevenson and Pierce. Those were going to be my sleepers. I actually thought of that strategy about a week before, that if I decided to go wide receivers or tight ends or quarterback and I was going to wait, that I was going to double up and grab both of those guys as sleepers. But then obviously I tried to switch it up a little bit, and then you ended up getting Pierce and whatnot. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy with how things went down. And like I said, you just have to be able to grab guys, throughout the year, and hopefully everyone can stay relatively healthy as we go into the 2023 regular season. Pitches outside. 1-0 count. And it's also good to pay attention to, people that other people had the year before. Like Sarah, I picked up a few of the players that she had last year, just because I saw the success that they had. I obviously did the research, and I felt that, some of these pieces would be great on my team this year. So I swooped them up. So sometimes, you got to spy on the other teams in the division and spy on the other players to see what you got. So Bottom of the first, 2-0 Mariners. Runner at first, one out, 2-0 count to Steer. Yeah, and then Daniel Jones was a big, big sleeper. I don't think anyone realized that he was number 9 last year because of his running ability. Normally, Daniel Jones would be somewhere between 15th and 25th, but they made the playoffs last year not because of just Saquon Barkley. It's because he was running the ball, running like RPOs and actually using his legs. So, even though he's not like a popular name, that one fell into my lap. And obviously, getting him and Juwan Johnson and Gabe Davis for my last 3. I mean, I don't think you could ask for a better last 3, where those are all 3 guys that I might end up using at some point or another. Of course, obviously, I'm going to go Mahomes, but, and I definitely could have went for like Geno Smith, as my backup to Mahomes, if I wanted to sacrifice some of the other positions and whatnot. But, sometimes you got to be able to build that roster the way that you want it. And, Keenan Allen and Mike Evans were going to be a little bit more valuable for me. So I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, Bryce. Two pitch from Bryce. Chopper off himself. Hopefully Steer is okay. But fantasy football drafts are always fun. You never know what's going to happen, and then as soon as someone, takes a player, then it kind of sends, starts that trend. And, I knew once I took Mahomes, all the quarterbacks were going to start going off the board because it's like you get threatened a little bit. You see that name go off the board, and everyone else is like, uh-oh, maybe I should go grab Jalen Hurts or Burrow or Allen or someone else in the league is. So, come on, Bryce. It's Miller time. 2-2 pitch. Oh, late time. We got to get Steer out. He's a guy that can get you RBIs all day and all night, and he has power to go yard. The guys that are going to hurt us the most would be Steer and De La Cruz. So we got to make sure we maintain those two. 2-2 pitch from Bryce. Popped up. I mean, it can't get any worse than what Brian Wu did yesterday. That was terrible. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be sneaky picks, and there's still, guys that are on the wire that are going to emerge as stars, or emerge as good like backup wide receivers that you could have on the roster. We just kind of have to see how the flow goes as we go into the beginning of the year. Bottom of the first, runner at first, 2-2 count, one out, 2-0 Mariners with a Teoscar Hernandez homer. I love that. Little chopper, JP, double play. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And even if I didn't really feel like it this morning, I did 4 walks with Paisley yesterday, did a really early one this morning, and I wasn't really feeling like doing any reaction videos. But sometimes, when you have dreams and you have goals, you have to push yourself, even initially if you don't feel like doing something. And I'm really happy that I pushed and I did. I did the USC reaction video against Nevada. I did Washington against Boise State. And then I'll end up doing a couple more, maybe Florida State, LSU, North Carolina versus South Carolina with Drake May. So I want to be able to kind of showcase, the quarterbacks. And even if some of the views on some of the videos are a little bit lower, I don't care. It's all about effort, and again, some of them will hit the algorithm. Some of them are going to be a little light, but as long as I'm putting in the effort, you never know. You can end up having a reaction video that gets, let's say 100 views, like very, very low, right? But you could get a couple subs off that just based off a fan of that particular team that sees your reaction video and likes what you're doing. So, there's always going to be value, not just necessarily with the subs and the views and the donos or the amount of views that you're getting on a video. And I'm going to be doing a lot of the NFL reaction videos. I'm probably going to try to do 10 to 12 a week. I mean, there's going to be some games where I'm not, because I'm going to do a morning game, reaction videos in the afternoon, Sunday night football, reaction videos at night on Sunday night, Monday morning, all the way until Monday Night Football, and then doing some on Tuesday. And then if I have any left over, do some on Wednesday. But I'm going to really try to get as many of those out and still sprinkle in college football ones throughout the year, maybe power ranking stuff as well. But I want to be able to put out as much content as I can. So big facts. Yeah, I was wanting Gino. I was looking at a few people, but I didn't want to grab them where a lot of people were grabbing the backups. I still needed to get depth. It's like you got guys that look good in the lineup, but you never know. One injury, and then you could be screwed. So Cyberpunk with the share on the Twitter or the X. I appreciate that. And me and Reflect with the highest point total going into week 133.1. And I imagine every person in the league was like, fuck that guy. Can't believe this guy's at a 133. Reflect is at a 129 after he made adjustments. And Chosen Ones 117. Walker 116. Team Shep 119. Fucking Money 123. Sarah 117. Aussie 12 117. Stevens 118. Chief with Chief at 122. But that's just for that first week. Obviously the numbers can change, week to week. But obviously anyone that sees someone in the 130s when everyone else is in the teens or the 120s, I already know what that's like because I've been on the opposite end when I've looked up at other people. I'm like, how does this guy have at 130 projected 140? But just because you're projected for 130, 140, I mean, I've had weeks where I was projected for 150 and I ended up getting 95. So, sometimes guys shit the bed. So you can't really read into all the projections, but it definitely looks intimidating when you're looking at the lineup, comparing it to your own. Big facts. Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Let's do it. 2-0 Marinez. Next up is Mike Ford. Let's go, Mike. Teoscar. I see you, baby. Keep it going. Maybe we can get 2 homers out of Teoscar today. DHing for Seattle, Mike Ford. Let's go. And this is the first game that Eugenio Suarez has taken off. Obviously, trying to give him a breather. Shows you what kind of an Iron Man he is. But I did have an important stat that I'm always looking at stats at Baseball Reference, and I'm trying to find people that are very smart that do a lot of the research like myself. And I got this guy, Luke Arkins, and he said the true concern with Eugenio Suarez is the decline in power. His slugging over a 10-year career, 2014 to now, 336, 446, 411, 461, 526, 572, 470, and then as of late, 2021, 428, 2022, 459. This year, 380. That's not good. That's not batting average. We're talking slugging. So that's a big reason why Gino's numbers. And then a lot of people are like, well, he's striking out a lot, leading the American League between him and Teoscar, but his numbers are actually essentially the same as last year. He strikes out a bunch. So, it is what it is. Rooftop in the building. What's good? Nice that we got off to a good start with Teoscar. Let's go. Let's go, baby. 2-0 Mariners. Ford strikes out swinging. See you later. Hopefully we can get a homer out of him, but he was due for a homer. He gave us one, due for another one, gave us one. We might not get one today. But this is going to be the most concerning part of the lineup. Jose Caballero. And I'm not really worried necessarily about his bat. I'm worried about his defense playing third base, which normally is Gino. So if we have any errors and we lose this game, it might be because of Jose. Hopefully not, but something to keep an eye on. Let's go, Jose. Maybe he'll hit a home run tonight to make up for, maybe some of that pressure playing third base. Amber in the building. What's good? It's all good. We got football coming up on Thursday anyway, so I'm going to be grinding. Baseball, basketball, football, hockey, NASCAR, college, hoops, college football, UFC, boxing. I mean, there's really nothing that I can't do. That's what gives us that versatility here on the channel. That's big facts. I'm so excited for Thursday, too. Really? Is that what's swirling around with some of the beat writers or what they're saying? 2-0 pitch? Wow. Outside corner should have been called a ball, called a strike, 2-1 count. Phillips making his major league debut. My boy, Scotty McDowell. My boy. What's up, Scott? How are you, brother? Obviously, Scott was my childhood friend that lived right down the road from me. Spent a lot of time playing video games and basketball. Obviously, is in a different state now. How are you, bro? And obviously, I always like to be able to check up on my friends. You know how you have some friends that like check up, and then you have some that don't. I think and it's not everyone's role to check up. But if you are one of those people, it is a good thing to be able to check up on your friends. And like I said, I think it's just if you have that empathy, and everyone is really busy, everyone's doing their own thing. So I totally get it. Popped up, back to the warning track, and caught, two away. But it's just really cool to be able to reconnect with a friend where you were really, really close, and then you kind of separated your own ways. He moved out of state. It's been, about, I don't know, 15, 20 years since we've seen each other, but it's always fantastic to be able to reconnect. And hey, our Ducks are looking pretty good. Obviously, Washington and Colorado and USC and Oregon State, all of those teams look great too. So I don't really know who's going to come out between Oregon, Oregon State, Washington, USC, Utah, and Colorado. 6 teams out of the 12 look awesome. The other 6 look kind of like bootios, but we will see. Julio had the food poisoning. Kirby had the illness. Interesting. The Duke versus Clemson highlights. I had a Clemson fan come in a couple days ago too. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, and was talking about the game and everything. And you would sort of assume that they were going to win, but it shows you Dabo Swinney's an idiot. All right, he thought that he could get rid of DJ Ugalele, right? And then he just transfers to Oregon State, and now Clemson's garbage. So and Oregon State is on the up and up. So I appreciate that, Scott. I'm just grinding, brother. Dave in the building. What's good, brother? Oh, got him looking. Connor Phillips with the punch out. The hell's going on here? Connor Phillips. Golly. But at least we got that 2-run dinger. But we'll give him some love. It's his first game in the big league. So Connor Phillips, 2 innings pitch, 1 hit, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks, but he gave up the 2-run homer to Teoscar. And let's go to Bryce. And we'll see what we got. It's cooking with him. It's Millet time. And hopefully we can end up getting to 10 Ks with him. 1 inning pitch, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 1 K. So we'll get the Mariner Moose out for that 1 K. And hopefully that'll, turn into 2 and then maybe 5. And hopefully we get somewhere between 8 and 10 big facts. Let's go, baby. Let's go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. And let's flip this up. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday. We got 2 days away from NFL regular season action. I am so excited. A lot of hard work. I mean, like I said, when you work 7 days a week and you're doing multiple things each day, it definitely gets tiring. But again, we're on the grind right now, and we're getting very, very close to that 20,000 subscriber number. Okay. Next up for the Reds in the bottom of the 2nd, playing shortstop, the phenom Ele de la Cruz. Batting 2nd, right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. Oh, actually, they made a move there. It's not going to be Renfroe. Oh, wow. They made some moves there. At the very Renfroe was supposed to play, and then they scratched him last minute. I was going to say, what happened there? Oh, okay. So we got Ele de la Cruz, and then we're going to go to Christian and Carcion Strand, and then Benson. Okay. You never know when things might end up getting adjusted. Hopefully we can end up getting out of this inning, and we don't have a whole lot of damage with Ele de la Cruz. All right, go watch those highlights. And then again, I did the USC and the UW matchup as well. And let's just take a quick look to see where we're at on the sub count. So we are 73 subs away from 20,000. So hopefully we can get likes. And also, Sarah, I would, say that, obviously the likes and the subs and the donos, but we also want to try to make sure we're getting the likes on the video. That helps the algorithm a lot. So if we're at a number, like 15, like, oh, let's try to get to 20. If we're at 20 likes, let's try to get to 30. So that number, obviously you get the comments and you get the donos, but obviously a lot of the algorithm is going to be based off the likes of the video. So we want to make sure we're focusing on that from here to the end of the year. And obviously, once we get from here to 20K and then beyond. So big facts. 2-0 Mariners, bottom of the second. And I'm not going to say we have a comfortable lead, but Ella de la Cruz in the box, and hopefully we can end up getting him out. Pitch right there on the corner, 2-2 count. And as long as we can get De La Cruz out and steer, I think we'll be fine and we're going to win this game. But it really starts off with De La Cruz. I mean, he's super fast. He's a good athlete, good defender. I mean, he's really got all the intangibles, and he's incredibly tall. I mean, when you look at him in the box, I mean, hell, he looks like he's, I don't know, 6'9"? Well, and obviously he's not, but he looks like it. He's a beast. But 6'5", 200 pounds. But I mean, he looks a lot taller than that. He looks like 6'6", 6'7". De La Cruz. What's new? The guy is just a beast. He'll hit off anybody. Oh, there it is. Look, he says, I'm going to get 8 hits today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opposite field, too. And what a beast. All right, next up, Christian Encarnacion Strand. I had to adjust this lineup, and they scratched Renfro, the former Angel, right before the game started, and I just noticed it now, so I got to switch these things around. 8 and 9, and I got to put in Beta. Beta is the new one that they threw in. Harrison Beta, the former Yankee. Okay. I was like going through my lineups because every game, when I set it up, I'm producing the show on the fly. So, get him, Cal. Got him. Yes. It is a miracle. Cal can throw someone out from fucking the catcher position. Let's go. Are they going to challenge it? Let's look. Oh, he might be safe. He might be safe. Let's look. Where's the tag? Where is his hand? I think he might be safe. I mean, I got to keep it 100. I don't want to be biased and whatnot, but I guess they did not challenge it. But it looked like the hand got in there before the tag went in. But again, that's up to Cincinnati to challenge if they're going to or not. But then they get a blooper right there. All right, let me see if I can get this Harrison Bader photo up before he gets up. Darth Vader, Harrison Bader. Will Benson in the box. I got a cool Cardinal photo of Bader. We'll use that one. Scott, how was your daughter's birthday? Everything go well with that? I imagine it did. There's the Bader photo. I like that one. But obviously, when I'm doing the games, I want to be able to have photos of them in their current uniform. And sometimes when guys get traded, or just depending on how popular they are, sometimes there's not a lot of options. So, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yep, former Cardinal. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Come on, let's go, baby. Let's go, Bryce. We're in the bottom of the second. 2-0 Seattle. Runner at first. 1 out. 2-2 count. Golly. It seems like every pitcher is getting roughed up. Doesn't matter who it is, Brian Wu, or a Bryce Miller. Don't matter. We have not been playing well. Especially if the Mets beat you 2 out of 3. And I mean, if we lose to the Reds 2 out of 3, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. Oh, good to hear. What did you think about that 81-7 performance against Portland State? I hate playing against teams that are so shitty like that. Like, University of Oregon versus Portland State Technical Institute of Technology. It's like, come on, do they even have a football team? Like, there's no purpose besides Portland State getting money, to play Oregon to help their school, which I understand. But as far as a fan experience, it's like that shit was over in the first quarter, and then you kind of lose interest. Like, it's cool that we won and we scored the most points that we did, but once you're up by like 40, you lose a little bit of interest. But it's going to get really hot and heavy. We're going to play Texas Tech. National TV on Fox, 4 o'clock. Your boy's going to live stream it. We could lose that. And we legitimately could lose on the road. It's going to be hostile. But good thing is we don't have to worry about Patrick Mahomes on Texas Tech. Then we got Hawaii, which we'll be able to steamroll them. And then the real season starts. Week number 4 at Autzen versus Deion Sanders. Prime time. Right? With his son, Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. Now, that is going to be must-see TV. Like, I might actually go to that game. I don't know. I mean, I want to be able to stream it, but that would be a real fun one to go to. Environment would be just lit, too. The Autzen fans, anytime it ends up being that, like, season opener. But normally when we play Colorado, and if it's like a season opener as far as Pac-12 conference play, like, whatever, we're going to smoke the shit out of Colorado. We're going to beat them by 30. But now we could lose. So that makes it more, kind of enticing, and there's more on the line. And the Ducks don't have a defense. I mean, I've been a Duck fan since, the 80s and the 90s. We don't have a defense. So we'll see what happens. USC, Oregon State, Utah, Washington, Colorado. Who's going to come out of the Pac-12? The fuck should I know? Double play? Got him! Yes! There we go. Nice job, Bader. There we go. Hell yeah. As Ty France fell down, are they challenging it? There we go. We got a couple subs from some of y'all in the room. I appreciate that very, very much. We're at 19,929, 71 subs to go to 20,000. And then once I end up hitting that number, we'll obviously do a giveaway of some kind, a jersey, maybe a t-shirt, short and slide combo. Maybe a wrestling shirt, a football shirt. I mean, we'll figure something out. I definitely want to make sure we give back. And hopefully once we get to that number, we'll never, ever look back. We'll just go from that number and then we'll keep on going. And I think we will, just based on the time, the energy, the grind, and all the things I'm going to be doing. So end of the second inning, 2-0 Mariners. And thank you to the people that are watching on Twitter, X. I'm live there as well. You can't donate or comment there, at least not yet. And then anyone that's watching internationally on YouTube, or the people that are in the room right now, I appreciate you guys very, very much. So one-stop shop right here. We're going to give you baseball, basketball, football, hockey, NASCAR, wrestling. You want it? I do it. So here we go. Next up for the Mariners, 0-for-1 with a K, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. He is the mayor. He is the president. He is El Capitan, J.P. Crawford. Let's go. Batting second this inning, 0-for-1, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. We need you. And you know what would be really, really sweet today? A little trident action from your boy. Can you make it happen? I think it can. But will it happen? I hope so. Let's go, Julio. We need you. And batting third this inning, you know what it is. It's the big dumper catcher, Cal Raleigh. And where the hell is Tom Murphy and Kellenick? Please come back soon. Let's go. Let them know. Yeah, but we'll be very busy. So we're doing the Mariner game today. I did reaction videos to USC and Washington and their matchups in the morning. We will be doing Mariners tomorrow, last game in the set for the Reds. And we're going to be doing the Lions and the Chiefs on Thursday. Friday, we'll be doing is it the Mariners and the Rays, I believe? Let's poke ahead and look. And then obviously Saturday, we're going to be doing the Ducks and something else possibly. Nice hit by JP. Let's go. So on Friday we play the Rays. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I usually like to peek ahead to see where we're at, so that way I know what I'm going to be doing in my schedule and whatnot. So there we go, JP, my boy. There we go, baby. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. 0 for 1 with a flyout in the first, 283 average. He's so close to 300. 0.17 away. Come on now. And obviously wildly swinging at the first pitch. What's new, Julio? He's like, well, if I swing on the first pitch, maybe I'll homer. Well, that only happens like 1 out of every 40 times you do it. How was the weather where you guys were at today? We actually had some nice sunny skies, today. Pretty beautiful. A little cold, but nice. Uh-oh. Julio? Damn it. Popped up. Routine play. 1 away. Come on, J-Rod. Next up, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Ooh, 87. That's hot. All right, Cal Raleigh, walk in the first inning. He seems like he might homer today, Cal Raleigh. Kind of, I feel like his body language. This guy is, making his major league debut. Connor Phillips. Why the fuck not? Let's get the runs early and often. Magic number for the Mariners: 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. When we hit that number, we win 90 to 95% of the time. Look it up. But when we don't get to 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits, what happens? We lose 90 to 95% of the time. I wish we were a little bit of what we were last year when we had that 15-5 or 20-5 record in 1-run games, but we definitely are not that team from last year. But we're still very good. But we can't be losing 2 out of 3 to the fucking Mets and 2 out of the 3 to the Reds, especially when we got the Dodgers, the Rangers, and the Stros coming up this month. So big facts. Top of the third, 2-0 Seattle. 2-1 pitch is low. Nice save by the catcher there. Let's go. Three-one pitch from Phillips. Wow, right on the corner. Cal can't believe it. 3-2 count. Yeah, but I'm just being real, and I'm not biased. We're not going to win the Pac-12. Absolutely 0% chance. Defense doesn't have Kayvon Thibodeau. We don't got a safety like McKinley on the back end. Christian Gonzalez went to the Patriots. The defense is terrible. So even though we did pretty good against Portland State, it's fucking Portland State. Like USC's defense isn't that good either, right? But you got to think USC's offense, Washington's offense, Oregon State's offense. You're looking at Colorado's offense. Like Colorado's D, suspect. Oregon's D, suspect. USC's D, suspect. Utah's D, pretty good. Oregon State's D, a little shaky, but maybe a little bit better than the Ducks. And then Washington's D, I think, is pretty good as well. Every team is going to have a little bit of shakiness. Maybe Utah's defense might end up being the best, and typically they're a good running team and have a good defense and whatnot. They're probably the most well-rounded, balanced team. They just need to get their starting quarterback, back, with Rising. And then once that happens, we'll see. But out of the 6 teams, we got one of the worst defenses in the Pac-12. So we don't really have NFL players, at least at this point that we have seen that have stood out. So I hope that we can end up getting first or second. But don't be surprised if the Ducks finish in 4th or 5th or 6th, especially with all these Michael Penix Jr.'s and, Caleb Williams. I mean, you got 2 guys that might be, 2 of the first 5 guys selected in the draft, depending on, if Drake May goes as well. You never know what kind of quarterbacks will come off the board. Could be Caleb Williams, Drake May. Michael Penix Jr. could be picked somewhere between 5th and 20th. But again, I like lefties, and we have Tua, and I think Michael Penix Jr. could be better. Cal? Oh, what a catch. Oh, he dropped it. Yes. Whoa. Did he catch it? Oh, he did. Oh, I thought he might have dropped that. Wow. Damn it. But anytime I watch Michael Penix Jr., it gives me vibes of kind of like Steve Young slash Michael Vick. Definitely got that smooth lefty spiral, and we need more lefties in the NFL. What a catch. I thought he might have dropped it there once he slid to the ground, but Benson with a nice catch. So what made you move all the way out to Idaho from Oregon? Obviously, I know you got married. You had the chitlins and whatnot, and then you had that farm that you were working at. Was it the job that took you from Oregon there, and you worked on that farm for like years, and that was the reason? Then met the wifey, and then the kids and the kiddos, and is that what happened? Big swing and a miss for Teoscar. 2-run home run early in the game, 400 and what was it, 11 feet? Ooh. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I could be like one of those, biased Duck fans that thinks that we're going to go undefeated and how great we are, thinking that Bo Nix is going to be the next best thing since sliced bread. And he's not even going to be good in the NFL. To me, Bo Nix is going to be, he'll just be a guy. You know what I mean? He'll be a backup, and hopefully he'll get a chance to do something. But I don't think that he's going to be anything in the NFL. And that's just me being real. He doesn't have the body, I feel, or the frame, to have those extra intangibles. I mean, is he better than Marcus Mariota? Fuck no. Is he better than Justin Herbert? Hell no. And even Mariota didn't pan out, and he won the goddamn Heisman. So, NFL is a man's game. You can be great in college like Michael James and DeAnthony Thomas, and I love them, but that doesn't mean that you're going to dominate, in the NFL. And that way it would have been great if LaMichael turned into something special and DeAnthony would have been the Tyreek Hill. That would have been great for us, but it is what it is. They're still Oregon legends, so I mean, they're still good in my book. 1-2 pitch, got him! God damn it! Can't believe they got out of that inning. All right, Connor, I see you. All right, let's go to the bottom of the third, and hopefully we can get a little dono train going at some point or another. Since this is my full-time job. 19,929, 71 subs to 20,000. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. All right, let's see who is up next for the Cincinnati Reds. All right, due up for the Reds, the former Mariner prospect, third baseman, Noelvi Marte. Batting second, with no opportunities to bat just yet. We'll see if we can get him out. Catcher, Luke Mayo. And batting third, DHing on the leadoff spot, Jake Fraley. 0 for 0. So hopefully we can get out of this. I hope so. Let's go, baby. Yeah, let's do that. Almost an hour in already. Good start, though. At least we got that 2-run home run with Teoscar early on, so I'll take that. Oh, well, you've always been a caring individual and whatnot, so that definitely makes sense. Sometimes when you got to be able to be selfless, and you got to be able to be there to help out family. So apologize, that happened, and yeah, I mean, you've always been a class act dude. So, and that happened quite a few years ago. So, oh, what a throw! Marte safe. Have you ever thought about you and the wifey and the kiddos moving to Oregon, or are you guys just gonna stay in Idaho forever? I know you'll come visit me out here at some point or another. It would be tight if we could actually go to a Duck game together. It's like bring you and the fam, and we all sit front row behind the Duck bench for a Duck game. That sounds good, doesn't it? Bottom of the third, 2-0 Seattle. Bryce, Cal, got him. Are you kidding me? Cal has thrown out two guys at second in the same game. I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming. Wow. Are they going to challenge? I mean, I guess it could have been a little bit of interference with Rojas's foot in front, but and then a nice cheap hit right afterwards. I don't know what's going on with the Mariners, but just everyone, no matter if it's, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, it's like everyone is raking off of us. And then if we have a shit pitcher like Woo, then we get fucking obliterated. But at least we're getting some, offensive production. It's like either the pitching was really good at the beginning of the year, then the hitting sucked. And then now the hitting is getting better, but now the pitching is kind of sucking. Like, can't we just have good pitching and good hitting in a game, please? Come on now. Stranger in the building. What's good? 2-0 Mariners. Bottom of the third, one out, runner at first, 2-0 count. Miller on the mound, Fraley in the box. Golly, Bryce sucks right now. What is going on? Oh, he's going home, and he scores. No throw off the relay. Golly. 2-1 Seattle. All right, Jake, I see you. It must have been that beard. He gets an A for that. Look at that follow through. Beautiful. All right. Next up, center fielder TJ Friedel. Maley coming in. Friedel. Let's go, Mariners. 0-1 pitch is low. 1-1 count. Runner at second, one away. Oh, Bryce. Pitch count already at what, 41? That's not good. What's your work schedule like? Are you working Monday through Friday, Scott? You work weekends? What do you get to at least watch the Duck games on Saturday? Obviously, you got a lot of family time and responsibilities with the wifey and the kiddos and whatnot. So popped up, two away. Next up for the Reds, second baseman Spencer Steer. 0 for 1. Grounded out into a DP in the first. Double play. And it's kind of amazing, since I'm doing YouTube full time, it took me 10 years to get to this point. And, as we get into January, it'll be 2 years at that date that I've gone full time. And when you do baseball full time, you don't really realize like how in depth baseball is, if you're covering the whole league, because most people know like their team and then maybe their farm system and their pitchers, but to be able to learn like everyone has definitely been a little challenging, but I definitely embrace it. And I feel like I know the league so much better than, before I started going full time and covering, pretty much almost every Mariner game. We're in the bottom of the third. Mariners hanging on to a 1-run lead. 2 outs, runner at second, 1-1 count. Steer, 354 average this season with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. 354 average, 4 doubles, 3 homers, and 23 ribbies. I mean, at that point, we have to fucking walk him. Yeah, well, it's like you don't got to necessarily move to like Portland or anything like that. You could end up going to like back where you used to go, like a little Aloha action, little Aloha, little Beaverton, or somewhere just like little suburb area. You know, yeah, it's wild, man. But one thing is crazy, like when you start going through some of the neighborhoods, how like back in the day, some of the houses, maybe the property values were maybe like 200,000, 300,000, bro. Like some of the stuff, like even if it's like a single level home, some of the stuff is going for 500,000, bro. Like in the old school neighborhood, like going for like 500,000, like 580,000. It's not even a two-story house. Like you get like single level houses like back in our hood that are going for like 500,000, bro. Like it's crazy how the property value has skyrocketed. And it's not like necessarily you look at the houses and you're like, oh my God, you live in some like millionaire neighborhood. It's like, I mean, they're nice, but they're not like, oh my God, not like lifestyles in the rich and famous, but the property values have increased like double or triple since back when we were kids. It's crazy because I seen some people as I walked Paisley throughout the neighborhood, my pup, and I saw like a for sale sign for like a single level home, and I look at the little paper. It was like late at night last night, and I look at it. It's like 580,000. I was like tripping at first. I was like, holy shit! Not even a 2 level or 3 level house, single level. I was like, oh my god. But I guess that's what it is, bro. Bottom of the third, 2 outs, 2-1 count. Now up, Ella De La Cruz. Got to get De La Cruz out. And the grind to 20,000 subscribers is on. What are we at? 71 subs to go to 20,000. And we will be doing a giveaway. So if you are new or watching on Twitter, X, or YouTube, across the globe or in the U.S., if you do like what you see, with the broadcast, that I'm doing, show some love. Any type of way, commenting, letting us know you're here, sharing the channel, liking it, subscribing, or if you feel inclined to, even donating would be great. But obviously, trying to get to that sub mark would be fantastic. Any little help that we can get on each stream will get us closer to that number. Chop foul, 1-1 count. That'd be great, bro. You'll get a big hug from me when we see each other for sure. And I'll have some gifts for you too. I'll have some like duck stuff for you. So pitches inside, 2-1 count. Candace in the building. What's good? All right. Bottom of the third. Runners at first and second. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Mariners hanging on by a 1-run lead by just a thread. De La Cruz in the box. Miller on the mound. I probably should invest in some De La Cruz rookie cards at some point or another. I haven't got one yet. But I also said the same thing about Shohei Ohtani. And I missed my opportunity with that. But at least I got on the Julio train early a few years ago. 2-2 pitch to De La Cruz. Pitch is low. Good eye. 3-2 count. Three-two pitch. Chop foul. Let's go, Mariners. Losing 2 out of 3 to the Mets was unacceptable. And if we lose this game, I mean, what are we talking? Losing 2 out of 3 to the Reds if we don't win tomorrow? Come on now. 3-2 pitch. Oh, steps off the mound. Prime in the building. What's good? Yeah, it happens, man. I mean, if you, it's one thing if you're doing DraftKings or if you're doing like betting and whatnot, but obviously consulting with someone that watches the team, every game since the '80s, I would have let you know that I wouldn't have bet on this game. You can't just bet, just be looking at the pitcher, and then that's it. That's what most people do when they do, betting on baseball. They look at the pitchers that are going, and they're like, "Oh, I'm betting," but you're going to lose money every time if that's the way that you go about it. We have no Eugenio Suarez, so. And even though he's been cold with his bat, obviously defensively, having Jose Caballero at third is a liability. We did get a 2-run homer with Teoscar, but I mean, we've been reeling a little bit in the last, few games. I mean, hell, we lost 2 out of 3 to the fucking Mets. That's not good. And we got a very, very difficult schedule in September, so don't be surprised if we lose quite a few games. De La Cruz, little chop, got him. There we go. New pitcher for the Reds, yeah. But again, it just seems like it's our luck. It's like the pitching was good at the beginning of the year and the hitting was terrible. We were hitting like 230 as a team for about like 100 games. And then the hitting got hot with Julio, right? Where he got the 17 hits in like 4 games. Hasn't been done since like 1900, right? Teoscar's been hot. JP's been hot, right? But, in the last few weeks, the hitting has kind of gotten like at some point backwards. And sometimes the pitching has gone a little bit backwards as well, where I can't really count on anything at this point. It doesn't matter if it's Kirby or Miller or Castillo or Gilbert. It just seems like everyone is getting roughed up right now. So, and then also, as you know, if you're a bettor and you're trying to make money, as soon as the starting pitchers go out, it's a whole new ball game. So then you got to look at the mid relievers and the closers. And there's been opportunities where we could have closed the game out, but we traded Seawald away. So now we have like typically Munoz or other guys that are there. And I can't count on those guys every game. So it's, how it goes, bro. I mean, some bets you're going to end up winning the money and others, but at this point it's 2-1. It's not like we're down like yesterday with Brian Wu, but you never know. End of the third inning, 2-1 Seattle. Let's see who's up here for the Mariners. All right. Coming up for the Mariners in the top of the fourth inning. 0-for-1 left fielder Dominic Canzone. Batting second, first baseman Ty France. And batting third, DHing for Seattle, Mike Ford. Let's go, baby. Come on, Julio. We need you today. Let's go, Dom. Let's get to a hundo. Kind of unusual to go an hour and 13 minutes with nothing, but some days, you'll end up getting a big number. We hit what $550 in donos a couple days ago, and then some streams, you might end up hitting half of the goal or a quarter of the goal. You never know. It just depends on who supports and who doesn't. Come on, Dom. Plus, we also have goats that might come in at the end and save us, so we'll see. But hopefully, if we don't get donos from certain individuals, that we can at least get a sub or a like on the video, or comment. Let us know you're here. Popped up. Damn it. One away. Next up, first baseman Ty France. Pitch is high, 1-0 count. Mariners up 2-1 in the top of the fourth, 1 out. Connor Phillips making his major league debut. 1-0 pitch from Phillips. Pitch is low and outside, 2-0 count. I need to go get my drink from the fridge. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Ty. Chop foul. 2-1 count. Two-one pitch. Pitch is outside. 3-1 count. Mortensen retires. I mean, whenever I think about Chris Mortensen, I usually think about like Chris Berman and Tom Jackson and some of those guys. Those guys were awesome when they were together. And Mort, obviously, with a little Mort report and, covering the NFL. So did ESPN let him go, or is he actually retiring? Because we already know ESPN is some shit. Did you end up seeing the little trailer there for the Manning cast with Peyton Manning and Eli this morning? That was funny. That was like a little skit there that had like Lil Wayne and a few other people in there, celebrity-wise. McAfee was on there. That little cameo. Retired. Good. Well, it's good they didn't push him out, let him go. Top of the fourth. Mariners up 2-1. Runner at first. 2-2 count. Phillips. A little wild pitch. Gets away from the catcher. 3-2 count. So how are you feeling with the fantasy last night? Do you feel that you can make the playoffs with the roster you have, or are you a little disappointed in your draft? How do you feel overall? Do you feel like you missed on a few people? Struck him. 2 away. Do you feel better on last year's draft compared to this year? Come on, Ty. Next up, DHing for Seattle, Mike Ford. Let's go, Mike. Oh, 1 pitch. Big lazy swing by Mike Ford. 0-2 count. Come on, Mariners. We need to be able to get that magic number, 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, because if we play around with this like little 2-1 lead, we're going to lose this game. Wow. Pitch on the corner. Got him. Fuck. Let's take a look at Connor Phillips' stat line in his major league debut. Gave up the 2-run homer, but he's actually been pretty fucking clean since then. All right, what do you got, Connor? 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks. So he's really recovered after that 2-run blast early on. And Bryce Miller hasn't been really doing a whole lot. It's a little frustrating here. Let's take a look at Bryce's numbers. All right, Bryce Miller, 3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 K. Not a Bryce Miller type of performance. And normally we'd be down 1-0 right now, but we just got lucky because Teoscar ended up going yard. So I guess we have to be happy about that. But no Gino in the lineup, and I don't really, he's been pretty ice cold in the batter's box, but I like him on his defensive side. But God bless Teoscar Hernandez, otherwise we'd be down 1-0. Facts. All right, let's get into the lineup here in the bottom of the fourth. I'm going to go visit my pup here in a second as well. Do a little checkup. All right, next up for the Reds, 1-for-1, first baseman Christian Encarnacion Strand. Batting second, left fielder, 1-for-1, Will Benson. And batting third, the former Cardinal and Yankee center fielder, Harrison Beta. All right, let me go grab my drink here out of the fridge. All right, I'm back. All right, if you're in the room, make sure you comment below. Let me know where you are from, what teams you root for. It's always good to be able to get to know people that are in the room, unless I guess you speak no English. And I know sometimes we get people that are foreign fans that are overseas. So obviously I get that part of it and whatnot. But obviously, if you do speak English and you're in the United States or beyond, comment below. Let us know that you're here. Let us know your name, where you're from, who you root for, who your favorite players are. Don't be scared. Popped up. Routine playing for Julio, one away. Bottom of the fourth, 2-1 Seattle. Popped up. Fouled away. Will Benson in the box. Countdown to 20,000 subscribers is on. And again, we need 71 subs to get to 20,000. So if you haven't subbed to the channel and you want to help us get to that number, please help us out. It'd be greatly appreciated. No worry, brother. Still up 2-1. Pitching has not been good from Bryce. I don't know if it's just a carryover effect, from the Brian Wu performance from yesterday and whatnot, but chop foul. Oh, 2 pitch for Miller. Pitch is low, 1-2 count. Miller just looks out of sorts. Like he doesn't look like he's in a good rhythm. I don't know if it's just because we're in Cincinnati and just the vibe is low, but it just seems like everything is like the energy is low, the vibe is low. I don't know what the hell's going on. Kind of like it kind of feels like, just going through the motions. Pitches outside, 2-2 count. Popped up. All the way back to the warning track. There we go, Julio. 2 away. Nice job, Julio. Bottom of the fourth, 2-1 Seattle, 2 outs. And hopefully we can get out of this inning. Good defense by Julio. Next up, Harrison Beta. Bader popped up. Now Julio's been a busy man. Nice job, Julio. 2-1 Mariners. Let's go. End of the fourth inning. Seattle 2, Cincinnati 1. Who's due up for the Mariners? Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1, third baseman Jose Caballero, filling in for Eugenio Suarez today. His first game pretty much off all season. Batting second, 0 for 1 with the K's, Josh Rojas. And batting third, 1 for 2 with the K, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Let's go. Anything new on the news? I'm going to take a look at the timeline to see if there's anything new. Chiefs believe Kelsey's ACL is intact, which is good. Duke and Colorado enter the top 25. FSU gets all the way up to number 4, which they probably should be number 3 after that performance on LSU and that ass whooping. Chandler Jones ripping the Raiders. I saw that this morning. The Raiders. Nolan Gorman for 25 dingas. Nice. Jose popped it foul. 1-1 count. Yeah. Oh, I almost hit him in the head. 2-1 count. Yeah, I hear you. We got to be able to keep the confidence, on a certain level, though. And like I said, I feel like, just because we reached a point where we were, in the head of the division, and now everyone's just kind of like relaxing, like, like taking a breath, a sigh of relief. It's not over yet. Like the Astros and Rangers can get hot in a series, and all of a sudden we go from leading the division being like maybe not even in the playoffs. So, I mean, we already lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets. We didn't do that well against the White Sox and the Royals. And, these teams that we should be sweeping or winning 2 out of 3, it's just tough. I mean, it's not like we're going to coast and we're automatically going to win the division. Like the way that we've been playing, we're going to finish in third. And we got a lot of people, that are going to be competitive coming after us. So, well, we're almost an hour and a half in. I appreciate you. Someone had to do it. $2 holla. Appreciate you. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $2 holla. $98 to go to hit the goal. And hopefully we can finish strong. I appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see for a photo or photos, and I got you. A little unusual, but, it is what it is. Chop foul. $2. We're about half of a cheeseburger. Can't get the whole cheeseburger yet with $2. Not nowadays. McDonald's, you can't even get a cheeseburger for the dollar menu anymore. Dollar man, you don't even exist. McChicken, 4.29. It's like whatever happened to that 99-cent McChicken, huh? Top of the fifth, 2-1 Seattle. 2-2 pitch. Popped up to right field. There we go. Nice job, Rojas. There we go. Finally. Okay, I'll get you some Nolan. Next up, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Come on, JP. Pitches outside, 1-0 count. Good eye. There we go, JP. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hell yeah. Finally, like a little bit of electricity in the lineup, you know? There we go, JP. Nice follow through. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 2. Come on, baby. Wake up. Let's go. We got to get more than 2 runs to win this game. That's big facts. Reflect with the tour. Appreciate you. 96 to go. We're at a cheeseburger now. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. No drink or fries, though. Bang, bang. $4.96 to go. Choo, choo, baby. Thank you. Appreciate you. Bang, bang. Let me know what you want to see for a photo, and I got you. $4.96 to go. And maybe we'll get a goat coming through at some point or another. Maybe that will save the day. Dark time in the building. What's good? No problem. I'm always grinding. I mean, I work every day, so I don't take days off. Top of the fifth, Seattle 2, Cincinnati 1. Runners on the corners with 1 away. Come on, Julio. Be patient, baby. Be patient in the box. I mean, all of a sudden, you take a walk. We got bases loaded. We're the best team in baseball with the bases loaded with the Dodgers. Don't get greedy. 1-1 count. I'm always staying on the grind. Always. I mean, hell, it took me 10 years to go full time. I mean, I've already put out like 1,800 videos since 2017. So that'd be like the equivalent of recording every day for 5 years straight. So 1-1 pitch. Pitch is high. 2-1 count. I got your old Nolan Gorman here, and I got a little spinning logo action for you as well. He homered today. Nice job. Anything you want to see reflect any old school Mariner player? I got you. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Omar Vizquel, good choice. Mariners drop the ball with Omar and Adam Jones. Big swing and a miss, 3-2 count. Go to first is safe. JP Crawford. Top of the fifth, 2-1 Seattle. Runners on the corners, 1 out, 3-2 pitch. Back, back, back. Gone. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. Julio Rodriguez. And what did we say at the beginning of the show? So, Julio Rodriguez, little home run trident action. And here we go. The sports gods must have fucking got the message. 5-1 Mariners. Let's go. Let's go. Fuck yeah. That's what we needed. There we go, baby. Boom. Shakalaka. Fuck yeah. Sometimes you just got to talk that shit into existence, baby. Fuck yeah. Let's go. That's what we needed. I feel like energy has been a little, lackluster. It's been a little flat. So it's always nice to be able to, get those home runs. A ribbies would have been fine. I would have been fine with a ribby, but just to get that confidence and then to be able to get that magic number out of the way. We're at 5. We're in the 5th inning. Perfect. And then we can add on. So there we go. That's a good one. I saw that stat today. What a dude. Nobody in history with 25 homers and 25 stolen bases in his first 2 years, except for Julio Rodriguez. I would say that's pretty good. It's nice that we have a future Hall of Famer on the team. At some point, I just can't wait to the point where he ends up hitting for like 40, 50, 60 homers, 100 ribbies, stealing like 40 to 50 bags, It might take a couple years, Usually you get into your prime in baseball year 5 through 9. Yeah, that's really where you figure it out. But Cal Raleigh got punched out there. That's all right. We got the homer with Julio Rodriguez. You got to talk it into existence sometimes, You show the photo, you talk about it. A couple innings later, boom, shakalaka. There's your homer. Nothing out of Cal just yet, but I wouldn't count him out. Next up, right fielder Teoscar Hernandez, who homered earlier today to give us that 2-0 lead. And it doesn't surprise me the guys that are helping us out right now are who? Teoscar Hernandez, JP Crawford, and Julio Rodriguez. Really the top 3 guys in the organization for hitting for us lately. Yeah, can you imagine if after maybe a rookie deal, after it's like in the NFL, 3 or 4 years, and then you got to negotiate, then we'd have to pay like 500 million, or something, Julio's value as he continues to get better and better and better. It's like he's going to have a contract or would have like Shohei Ohtani. So let's go. 2-1 pitch. Oh yeah. I think it was that Omar Vizquel, baby. Let's go. What you know about that? A little Omar Vizquel. And if we could have hung on to him, and if we actually knew how to evaluate talent back in the day, we could have gotten this back in the day instead of the fucking Cleveland Indians. This could have been us, right? I'll even give you a throwback upper deck card. This will be like old school vibes. Good old Omar. All right, we got a pitching change. Are you ready for the old school Upper Deck? I love seeing, 89, 90, 91 Upper Deck. I mean, that's my childhood. You know what I'm saying? In 1991, I was what? 9? 9 years old? We got to take the ticker down. That way we can actually see it. Oh, baby. Fucking Omar. Beautiful. Let me see if I can find his rookie. One of the older ones. Oh, 92 Leaf. See if I can find some of these other ones here. I mean, when you just look at the old school cards, it just gives you a type of vibe. See if it'll let me. A lot of them aren't letting me for whatever reason, but at least you got that one. Hopefully this one will come up. Oh, here we go. 91 Don Russ. Hold up. Oh, baby. I actually won a Don Russ contest when I was a kid. They ended up having like those puzzle pieces of like Warren Spahn, and I still actually have the puzzle pieces. Like you got a piece of a puzzle, and then if you got enough packs, you could end up turning it into like a pretty much a puzzle. And then I framed it, and it was like Warren Spahn was one year, and then they had like Carl Yastrzemski in the other year. But I ended up buying so many packs of Don Russ back in the day that they had a contest where you could win a trip to like the All-Star game was like the grand prize, and the first place prize was like a case of like 50 boxes of Don Russ, and I actually won it when I was a kid. And they actually sent a forklift to my house or whatever, and then dropped it off. And I literally had like 50 boxes, and there wasn't really a whole lot of value there. I mean, obviously, if you're looking at the mass-produced, 89, 90, 91, 92 Don Russ, I mean, it's like not. But as a kid, being like 8 or 9 years old, it was like the coolest thing ever. So that was a cool thing that happened to me when I was a kid back then. I mean, I didn't win the World Series prize or All-Star game appearance, but I got the first place prize. And I think that they had like 2 of them. It was like me and one other person won like the 50 boxes or whatever, which was pretty incredible, especially being like, 8, 9, 10 years old. So, and I still have the puzzle pieces, of the Warren Spahn and the Carl Yastrzemski in a frame somewhere here in the room. So big facts. Omar Vizquel, old school. Golly, I love Upper Deck. I mean, they like cards now. The simplicity of some of the stuff and the designs. You can definitely tell. If it was back in like the 80s or 90s. I love it, man. I mean, I get it. Like some of the new cards with the designs are awesome, but I'm always going to be a Don Russ kid like this. When I met King Griffey Jr., these rated rookies, with the colors, that they had with the purples and the pinks, and when we used to wear windbreakers and whatnot. This definitely changed my life forever, meeting Griffey at that time. But I love this era of cards, even though some of them may not be worth as much as, some of the others nowadays. Big facts. All right. 5-1 Mariners. What a good start, huh? What a good start. Anything else that you wanted to look at besides Omar? Yeah, you're good. You got a little ESP too. Yeah, but also I was very like involved with like card shops. I was so obsessed with cards like back in the day that I would end up going to the card shops that were like, down the road from my house and whatnot. And then I would spend time there. And then usually the owners would let me go behind the register, and I would like, divvy out packs to people, and they would let me like work pretty much for free, and I'd eat pizza with the owner, and then we would just like open packs all day, and then set up displays. And I would usually spend a little bit of time there, a couple hours a day, not obviously on the payroll because I'm like fucking like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. But I had a lot of memories at a lot of the card shops, and most of the owners were very cool with me and whatnot. So, and obviously now card shops are kind of far and few between. A lot of states don't really have a lot of them anymore. But we have 2, a newer one called Hoodies that has opened up within like the last 5 years. But the oldest card shop in Oregon is still open in Beaverton. by the Beaverton Mall, and it's been there, classic coin card and comics, but it's got like a different name. But it's been there since like the 70s or 80s. Different owner. It's gone through a couple different owner changes, but still kind of cool that at least, because obviously if you have graded cards, you can have like an online store, and that's what kept those guys still in business. Besides like the boom in the sport card market within the last couple of years. So. But I still love going to card shops. I mean, I wish Toys R Us was still open because that was like my thing. Go to Toys R Us, go to the card shop, look for toys, look for like McFarlane's and starting lineups and rookie cards, and memorabilia, pennants, and just weird oddball shit. That was like a good day for me. So Ken Griffey Jr. Oh, Ken Griffey when he was with the Reds. Ken Griffey, Canzone was favorite player was Ken Griffey Jr. when he was on the Reds, not Ken Griffey Sr. Oh wow. Yeah, I met Ken Griffey Sr. I actually have a photo that I'm staring at right now with me and Ken Griffey Sr. And then it's on the same day that I met Ken Griffey Jr. with that photo. Oh, Rojas, God damn it. Going for two. Wow. Here, I'm going to take a picture of this Ken Griffey Sr. real quick. I'll show you. Hold up. And I'll send it to Sarah and I'll put it up. Give me a sec. Reflect, you're going to be jealous of my fro, dude. I had the best fucking fro in Oregon. No one had a better fro than me. I haven't actually shown this on the stream before. This is like the first time. Your boy. And Ken Griffey Sr. was like one of the nicest, people I've ever met. It's a special day today. This is just here in my childhood room. Your boy with the fro, and then obviously this was right before, like in '89, obviously in his rookie year, because obviously we know in 1990, that's when Ken Griffey Sr. joined Ken Griffey Jr., and they went back to back home runs and whatnot. And he's wearing the Ken Griffey shirt where it has him and his son on it. And yeah, super, super nice guy. And in this photo, as you can see, my hand is like sliding up on the cloth. And I did that on purpose to kind of, because I was so nervous. And I know my mom took the photo right there. And, I wanted to have that memory of like me pushing my hand on the cloth to see the ripples, to remember that feeling on how cool that day was. It was probably literally one of the best days of my life, meeting Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. in the same day. And then obviously meeting Koufax, obviously a few years later. But the crazy thing is this day when we met Koufax, Willie Mays was supposed to be there, but he didn't show up. So then obviously I'd probably be a big Willie Mays fan. I'd be, wearing like Mitchell and Ness Willie Mays stuff. And I wouldn't be a Giants fan, but I would have love for Willie Mays a little bit more. But he didn't show up. So. Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton. Nice. And then you can also see right there down below the Julio Bobble. That's the original first edition of the Julio Bobble. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't in a dream world, seriously. And the crazy thing is that I had such self-awareness, from like 5, 6, 7 years old, that I knew exactly how big of a moment it was, even though I was in first grade. Like I understood that this was going to be one of the most like cherished days of my life. Like the hero in my life is my dad and Ken Griffey Jr. And then being able to watch Griffey in the minors, when I was like 5, 6 years old, and remembering, and then watching with my dad, and then actually meeting him in his rookie year, like unbelievable, and then knowing that he's going to turn into a Hall of Famer, like most kids at that point were playing with toys and playing with video games, and I was, but I think it was part of my, my dad, being able to give me those memories early on. So Oh yeah, that's what everyone says. I look way more Asian if you look at me when I'm like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably up to about 10 years old. Obviously, I look at way more Asian than obviously I'm a more Americanized than obviously now. So I'm doing good, brother. What's a good? What's a good in the Philly? Yeah, and I got some like childhood photos here. I'll show you. I got this other photo when I'm 3. Look at this one. You're like, well, I really look Asian in this one. Hold up. And you can already tell I already had a love of baseball when I'm 3 years old. Like 3, I already was like Mariners and everything. Look at this. Hold up. This is another one that I've never shown to anybody. I mean, look at your boy. 3 years old. You know, I already knew I was built different at a young age compared to other kids. You know, everyone else, is fucking, causing problems, doing whatever. Your boy already knew that the legendary status was going to happen at one day or another. Fucking wiffle ball and bat at fucking 3 with the little army men in front. Let's go. You already know what it is. And this was back in Hood River, because that's where I lived before we moved to Beaverton by the time I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. Your boy was already on it at fucking 3. Okay. 3 years old with the bat with the wiffle. Okay. You feel me? 7 years old. Nah. Yeah. Ken Griffey Sr., right? And then Ken Griffey Jr. And then obviously at 10 years old, your boy, my dad, me, and Sandy Koufax. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Yeah. Well, my mom also too is full Japanese from Osaka and whatnot, and my dad is like Czech and European. So yeah, and it's crazy. By when I was like 2, 3, 4, 5, I could speak like Japanese fluently. But obviously I got Americanized, so I can't really talk too much Japanese anymore, unfortunately. Oh, hit him! God damn it, Bryce! Bases loaded for the Reds. A little sneak peek of a little bit of O Dog. Megan in the building. What's good? $20 holla. Just home from the Cairo. 6 weeks of wearing the brace at night means that the rehab is getting closer to starting. Feeling much better about it now. We can see it getting closer. Hope you feel better. Thank you so much. $20 holla. Come on, Mariners. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $20 holla. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see for photos, and I got you. 5-1 Mariners with the bases loaded and 1 out. Come on, Bryce. Hacking the boys. I got you. Come on, Bryce. It's bases loaded. Get out of this. Oh, shit. Is that foul? Oh, God. Give me a heart attack. Pitch is outside. 1-1 count. Bottom of the fifth, 5-1 Mariners. Bases loaded. 1-1 count with 1 out. Bryce Miller. Come on now. There we go. That's a strike. 1-2 count. Come on, Bryce. Oh, right on the corner. Damn it. 2-2 count. Yeah, sorry about your rehab and all that. That's tough. But hopefully it ends up being a smooth transition for you, as smooth as it can be. There we go. Got him. Nice job, Bryce. Mariner Moose comes out for that. Bryce has only got 2 Ks all day. Unbelievable. Phillips, in his very first start, had 7. Unbelievable. But at least we have the 5-1 lead. Let's keep it that way. Come on now. Oh, God. De La Cruz is up. Oh, no. It's like if it wasn't bases loaded, fucking walk him. At least he threw a strike right there. Chop foul. 0-2 count. I like that. Oh, my gosh. That's so cool. Is that you? That is so cool. It's always cool when you have like those memories, from back in the day. Pitches outside, 1-2 count. And like I said, if I could have met, Gary Payton or Sean Kemp or Clyde Drexler or, things like that, I mean, I definitely would have done it exactly the way that it happened with Griffey and Koufax. I mean, yeah. And to my knowledge, I was the only one at the school that ever met him, like, out of all my friends and all the people that I knew. Yeah, and like I said, some things are, like obviously with the Jordan rookie that I sacrificed, that one was tough. But I wouldn't sell, the Don Russ, even if it's only worth like 100, $150. Like if someone offered me like 500 for it, I still wouldn't do it. It's like some things are just a little bit more precious and sentimental than money. Popped up. Wow. Plus, I really appreciated the fact that Griffey, at 19, took the time to sign it so carefully for me. Instead of just scribbling his name and just trying to get through all the people that were there, to actually sign Ken Griffey and Junior, and I could read it. And it was like probably the nicest auto that I own, even to this day. And that was my first auto, and it's still the cleanest auto that I own. And that meant a lot, because when you see a lot of autographs nowadays, people just scribble and it doesn't mean it means more when someone actually cares. So I know it meant a hell of a lot more to me. 1-2 pitch, chop foul. I got some photos up here in just a second for you, Megan. Let's go, Bryce. Yes, sir. Yeah, dog. Woo! Yes. So in the photo that you sent, who is the individual that is in the photo? Is it you? And who's the individual in the photo with you there? All right, let me see if we get some cracking up here. One sec. Let's see if I can get this one. They don't have any spinning logos yet, but I imagine after the season at some point they will. Oh, that's so tiny. Little tiny baby Kraken logo. So tiny. Some of the photos there for you. That's like the tiniest of tiny logos. I did not realize it was that tiny. Little McCann. I'll find another one that's a little bit more appropriate. That's hilarious. Like literally the smallest logo you possibly could have. Hey, but at least it's there. A little Maddie Benitez, a little Grubauer. Appreciate you. I'll get you a few more once we go, and hopefully I can find a logo that's not so itty bitty. All right, 5-1 Marinez. I'm glad we got out of that inning. Let's go. $24 hairs. Let's get to a hundo. I was about to say that's who I thought it was, but I didn't want to say and act. It sounds stupid. So that's cool. How old were you in that photo? That is so cool. Very cool, bro. Do you remember it? I imagine you do. But I honestly, I mean, I'm 41 and I met Griffey when I was 7 and Griffey Senior. I remember like it was yesterday. I remember everything about that day. 7 or 8. Wow. Sure, absolutely. I just wanted to make sure that it was okay with you. I'm gonna send it to Sarah and then I'll pull it from uh there into the channel. So one sec here. Did you used to live in Texas when you were a kid? Oh, this is so cool. So Tom Landry and Reflect at 7 years old. How neat is that? Hold up, let me make some room. Is that the most famous person that you've ever met to get the autograph when you were a kid? Now the real question is do you still have the autograph, or did it get lost? Amongst just getting older and whatnot, and with moving and everything else. But here is Reflect with wow, look at that. I know, look at the clothes and everything. That is so cool, dude. And then obviously Megan came in, a little late. So obviously you can see a little baby O-Dog at 3 years old, already loved baseball. So, and then obviously meeting Ken Griffey Sr. Your boy looked more Asian back then at 7 years old. You better believe. How cool is that? Awesome. Cowboys used to train at Cal Lutheran at Thousand Oaks. Oh, wow. Yeah, but you wouldn't have picked Lamar in the first round because you already did. You already went for Kenneth Walker and DK for your first 2 picks. So Reflect has Kelsey, but he'll be fine. Like I said, it sounds like it's not going to be too serious. We hope so. He'll be okay as long as it's not like season ending. Big swing and a miss. 5-1 Marinez. Jose Caballero 0 for 2. Top of the 6th. Runner at first. 1 out. 1-1 count. Let's go, baby. Yeah, but you don't take a quarterback in the first round. I mean, if you want to be able to draft correctly and whatnot, like that's like the number one rule. You never, ever, ever take a quarterback in the first round. Never. And like if you take a quarterback in the first round, you're going to finish last, like probably 99% of the time. I mean, unless you can end up, fighting, that algorithm and whatnot. Because if you take a quarterback in the first round, all the good running backs and wide receivers are going to be gone, and you're going to have a lot of thin spots. But again, that's another fantasy football kind of not necessarily secret, but just kind of common knowledge. All right, let me get out of this link. This one's all fucked up. One sec. Yeah, and plus, if you ended up picking Lamar, that would have been that would be a terrible first round pick. There's going to be quarterbacks that are much better than him. Like I get it, it's because you like the Ravens and you like Lamar and you like the Seahawks. But again, like on just being real, like you picked Kenneth Walker, you should have picked Austin Eckler, especially when we're doing a PPR league. The fact that he ended up falling to 10th, out of 10 people is just mind blowing. Because Eckler is going to probably put up more points than Kenneth Walker the third. And then obviously you're a Seahawks fan, so you picked DK. But there was a lot more talent that was on the board that's better than DK that you could have picked to give you a higher grade. But again, if you want to enjoy fantasy and have your guys, I totally get it. But you might have been able to pick like Eckler and then end up getting, maybe one of those two guys in the later rounds and then someone else instead of just picking those guys right off the bat. But again, you live and you learn. So yeah. But again, it's, you want to pick your guys, right? You want to pick your guys, but I'm telling you, just letting you know the route that you went, you're not going to be able to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? But again, you weren't even trying to really win a one anyways. You're just trying to learn how to play since you obviously did the 18-man league and obviously a 10-man. But just as common knowledge, what you did in the first two picks, I would say not many people would have done that. But of course, you love the Seahawks, so if you want your boys, that's fine. But you left points on the board based off the talent that you left on the board. Like if you ended up picking Eckler and then another player and then maybe getting DK in the following round, then your team would have been like better than what it is right now. So, your team would have been more well constructed, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, but you could have grabbed him later though. Because the thing is that I don't think anyone was going to. Maybe Kenneth Walker would have been gone in the first and second round, but DK would still probably have been there. Like I said, you could have gotten maybe Eckler, and then you could have taken Walker, and then maybe got DK Metcalf, and then you got Eckler just on top of those two guys. That's what I'm saying. There's a certain draft strategy. Just because you like them and you want them doesn't mean that the other people like them or want them as much as you. So. But again, if you want to be able to have some guys, and you ended up getting three Hawks, right? You got Myers, and then you ended up getting DK Metcalf and Walker. So you got three Hawks there. So you'll have fun. Like I said, you're going to be watching all the games anyways and whatnot, and then you got Lamar, so you got that part of it too. So. Rojas, 1 for 2, 5-1 Mariners, top of the sixth, 3-2 count. I actually would be shocked if he had more than Eckler, but I do think the Hawks are going to be great this year. So, I mean, picking those players, it wasn't like bad. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, they might end up being the champs of the NFC West. We might see the Hawks in the NFC Championship game. They might be better than the Niners this year. But for me, it's like we're doing PPR, so Eckler is going to get more receptions than Kenneth Walker. You know, so I'm just looking at it as like as far as not being biased, and I'm just looking at it as like talent as a whole, and not like having any type of like extra bias towards my team or my players or who you know what I'm saying, like that. But we'll see. You never know. I mean, I think Walker's a beast. And obviously the wide receivers are great. And it's going to be a fun year. Well, Eckler was rated the number one running back in fantasy. Him and Christian McCaffrey. So that's why I was kind of shocked that he ended up going 10th. I was kind of surprised that no one else grabbed him. Top of the sixth, 5-1 Mariners. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. J.P. Crawford, 273 average, 14 homers, 47 ribbies in 2023. Go, JP. Pitch is low, 1-1 count. Yeah, and plus, we already know running backs get hurt quite a bit too. So even though you pick like McCaffrey or all these like top end guys, there's no guarantee that these people stay like injury free. Like you can end up having this amazing player, and then they end up getting hurt, or if they, tear a knee or whatever, and then you're, kind of back to the drawing board. So yeah, because obviously fantasy is always about value. It's a value. What kind of value are you getting, at that particular pick compared to what else is left on the board? Like I could have ended up picking ETN or Najee or Aaron Jones, but it didn't really make sense if my guys weren't there, like Nick Chubb or Saquon or Josh Jacobs. So that's why I went Mahomes. So even though I didn't even pick a running back until the fourth and sixth round, which I never do, I still ended up having an A grade in the draft. So sometimes you just, you have to know the league as a whole and value. But again, sometimes you want to just get your guys because you want to be able to enjoy watching your team play and having that fun of it, of being able to watch your guys fall out. So I get that end of it too. I mean, I ended up picking Mike Evans and, obviously Rashad White. So sometimes guys fall into your lap that are your players and your team, and then other times it's you have a choice. It's like maybe you pick a guy or there's another one, but if the value is about the same, then you're going to go for the guy that maybe is on your team, and that's what I did with Mike Evans, even though he might hold out with the contract dispute. So yeah, well, obviously people were going to start going for quarterback that round. I already knew, so it was just either if I wanted Jalen, Allen, or if I wanted Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Burrow, or Mahomes. So Kenneth Walker and a DK up here. I'm actually really excited to watch the team this year. I'm gonna do more games, especially if they're on in the morning. I mean, it's an exciting time. I mean, this is going to be kind of like the Mariners, where this is the first year, maybe the second year, but maybe the first year of really the breakout. Like we saw a little bit of in Gino last year. That was the first year. So this is like year number two. Same thing with like the Mariners. You had Julio last year. You had Gino, all the rookies with Tariq Woolen. You saw kind of a glimmer of what could be, and then now, like moving forward, there's different types of expectations, and it's kind of exciting to see where possibly the Seahawks, the Kraken, and the Mariners could go. But I mean, if Kenneth Walker was on the board at some point or another, would I have taken him? Of course. I mean, the only concern that you have is just injuries, but other than that, I mean, he's a beast. And I probably would even take him over Brees Hall. And I think Brees Hall's a pretty good player. He got hurt also as well, but I think I would have went Walker even over Brees Hall too. So shows you how much I think of him. I like him. And also I watched him in college as well. So I already was very familiar with his game at Michigan State. So he was a beast. Bottom of the sixth, 5-2 Mariners. I got one more DK up here real fast. Appreciate you guys. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, only 2 Ks. I mean, obviously, Seahawk jerseys and helmets and the players are very photogenic. Very cool. It's going to be an exciting year. Oh, yeah. Fields is going to be awesome. I would have grabbed him, at some point or another. I mean, if like, if Mahomes and, Jalen Hurts and Burrow and Allen are gone, that would have been the next guy I would have went to. Back, back, back. Gone. Golly. Fireworks going off like they just won the World Series. Damn it. Christian Encarnacion Strand with the homer. Golly. Come on, Christian. Well, that's what happens when you put Leone in after Bryce Miller. Immediate home run. Golly. That's not good. Leone's the best pitcher that we have on the roster. What are you talking about? Yeah, I ended up, like I said, I'm going to try to do reaction videos out of Caleb and Michael Penix Jr. for the two of you all season. So, plus for myself, so that way I can actually evaluate the talent. And obviously, as they start playing better teams, then you're really going to see what kind of gamer they really are. It's one thing when you're playing San Jose State and Nevada, and you're playing, Boise State, but once you start playing some of the big boys in the division, then you'll really see. So, definitely very excited, and I hope that both quarterbacks that you guys are fans of and I'm fan of end up panning out in the NFL. I mean, that's what I want. I don't want one of them to bust or Caleb to go to Arizona and then his career is shit, or Michael Penix Jr. to get injured right away. Like, I'm really hoping that they both pan out and hopefully they both can end up being top 15 quarterbacks. 5-2 Mariners. Any other injuries or anything else on the USC side or no? I mean, they got a lot of speed. Like I said, a lot of quickness, a lot of agility. And it's not just Caleb. And in that highlight package that I did, he had that one long run. He's a lot faster than people realize. I got a little nervous when he was kind of holding that football out there when he was running, but he is fast for his size. Like, NFL players are faster than college players, of course, but he's got a little bit of a burst there. Yeah, everyone's better than Leon. Oscar. Well, remember, we lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets, and if we didn't get homers today by Teoscar or Julio, we'd probably be down right now, 3-0 or 3-1. So nice. Yeah, keep me updated on anything like that. Same thing with you. Reflect on any UW news as well. McMillan, awesome. Rome, awesome. Odunzie, fucking Michael Penix Jr., awesome. Like, it's just really, really cool at this point where it's the last year of the Pac-12, but we're going to go out with a bang, you know. And obviously, I'm not dumb. I'm not going to be like, oh, Bo Nix is better than those two. He's not. Like, we don't got a defense, and I wouldn't be shocked if we finish in fourth, fifth place in the Pac-12 this year. Now, would I love to finish in first or second? Yeah, but USC, Oregon, Oregon State, Washington, Utah, Colorado. I mean, we got 6 teams that are all pretty good. Except the problem is only like 1 or 2 teams out of 6 have defense, and the rest don't. The rest are kind of spotty. So. Oh, there's another homer. Bye bye. Ah. Well, Scott Service for you, I guess. All right, there's another homer from the former Mariner prospect, third baseman Noel V. Marte. Now it's 5-3. I mean, what's next? Next to Luke Maley. He's going to homer too? Boo! Leon. My buddies are all messaging me Leon, and then they have like the shit emoji, and there's like 5 of them. uh, and then I got to respond with the Mariner girl, and it's like the meme, except it's her like kind of hulking up, and it says "fuck" afterwards. Maley. I mean, shows you how important pitching is. Yes, I agree. You. I mean, way to just like as soon as we get excited and like we got our ass kicked yesterday with Brian Wu and Teoscar homers, Julio homers, we get excited, and then in a matter of just like 5 minutes, that whole excitement is gone, and now we feel like kind of threatened, like we're still up by 2, but there's no guarantee we win, but we are at the magic number of 5, so that is good. We are at that number, and we're 1 hit away from 7 hits. So, but again, if we keep Leon in, it might be 2 more batters and the game is tied. So, oh, I'm not picking Bo Nix. Bo Nix is terrible. He's not going to be a good NFL player. Penix Jr., as a lefty, looks like he's, could be a guy, but his thing that's going to hold him back is injuries because he's been injured almost every year in his career from like junior high, high school, and college. So I don't think anything is going to be really based off his leadership and who he is. He's got all the intangibles. The only thing that will hold him back is kind of like Marcus Mariota. It'll be injuries that'll hold Michael Penix Jr. back. That's the only thing. So hopefully he ends up going to a good team. Bo Nix is going to be a backup QB. He won't start, and he won't be anything in the NFL. Period. So, like Caleb could be the first or second pick in the draft. Obviously, Drake May and a few others are kind of, we'll see what happens, in the draft. But you would assume Caleb will be the first pick. Yeah, will he win the Heisman this year? Probably not. It's hard to win it back to back, but it's possible. But I mean, there's different levels to this. I might be a Duck fan, but I'm not stupid. You know, I know my team. I know what I look. I know what we have. We don't have a defense, and Bo Nix can be good in college. But look at Mariota. He won the Heisman, but he wasn't good in the NFL. Jameis won a Heisman, wasn't good in the NFL. It's like almost if you win the Heisman, you're kind of cursed. You have to be like that special quarterback or player that can fight that kind of like pressure of being the first pick or being a Heisman winner. And it just seems like Heisman winners know that a lot of Heisman quarterbacks bust. It's like if they act like that it doesn't exist, they're lying. They know that most quarterbacks that win the award they bust in the NFL. It's just the facts. But every once in a while you'll get one that doesn't, and I think Caleb could be that guy. So yeah, but that was because Detroit Lions had no fucking offensive line, and he had happy feet for his whole career. You know, but he never was good enough to make it. That's why Justin Herbert's going to go down as the best Oregon player of all time. And hopefully he ends up getting the proper coaching and whatnot. Get Leon out of there. Service, you idiot. I mean, he didn't really have necessarily the best start in that game, but he's NFL ready. When you saw him last year, he's got all the intangibles. He's got 3 older brothers, very competitive. He's got the leadership. One guy is kind of like a scrambling quarterback, and that's Caleb, and then he can scramble and make plays with his legs, and he can throw it really well. And then Drake May is kind of like a pocket guy, where he's just going to be like Andrew Luck. He's just going to sit there and obviously be in the pocket. I'm going to do a reaction video tomorrow. So you'll be able to see tomorrow, and I'll go over the highlight package and do that. But I mean, his stat line could have been a little bit better, I think. But but I'll give you the exact line. So it's 31-17 against South Carolina. So he was 24 for 32, 269 yards, two tutties, and two picks. So not like five or four or five touchdowns like you're getting from like Shadur Sanders and from Caleb Williams and Michael Penix Jr. But still, even if he has a few like kind of off games with a couple picks, he's still going to be picked more than likely in the top five because he's got all the intangibles. So and his best players, went to the NFL. So he doesn't really have a good O line or good receivers to throw to. So that's a part of it as well. He's on the shittiest team out of all of the quarterbacks that are elite that are going to be going to the NFL. He's on the shittiest one. He's on North Carolina. So that has something to do with it as well. Now, if you had Drake May on USC or on UW, oh yeah, he would have thrown for 5 or 6 tutties just like those guys did, 100%. So a little touch on the screens, yeah. Decision making, yeah, I agree. Go get your coffee. We got Gabe Spire in there. At least I like Gabe a little bit better than Leon because Leon should not be playing, obviously. No, but this upcoming draft will probably have about 5 guys, and we'll have probably 2 pan out, maybe 3. But it just really depends on if Michael Penix Jr. drops in the draft, it actually could benefit him. So that way you're not going to the Cardinals or like a Buccaneer type team. He might end up falling on a team that actually has already got a bunch of supporting cast around them. And if they have a good OC, a good head coach, and a good defense in line, he might be able to excel a little bit quicker than maybe out of the gates than like a Caleb or a Drake May if they're on a shit team, that doesn't really have a lot around them. So if Michael Penix Jr. ends up, going 10 to 25, that might end up being a blessing for him. So we'll see. Yeah, Jordan Travis looks pretty good too. But I'm not sure about Jordan Travis on the next level, though. And even Shadur Sanders, I'm not sure on the next level. It's all, fine and dandy when you're doing it in college. But remember how good Marcus Mariota looked in college, right? And Jameis and some of these other guys, and sometimes you can look amazing, but unless you have the frame and the mentality and you're a leader, there's intangibles that are very important in the NFL. You can't just be a physically gifted athlete and think you're just going to make it that. You won't. You have to be able to have more than just physical attributes. You have to have it up here. Pitch is low, and he walked him. Damn it. Well, are the Reds coming back? What the hell's going on here? All right, one sec. That one started to crap at. There we go. Uh-oh. Get it, Teoscar. Oh, thank God. Crowd was just like cheering like it was going to be a homer. Preston in the building. What's good? 5-3 Mariners at the end of the 6th. Let's go to the top of the 7th. Oh, Mariners. Let's go to the top of the 7th. Leading off for the Mariners 1 for 3 with a run with 3 RBIs and a homer. Let's go, Julio Rodriguez. Let me see if they're going to make any changes. Okay. Doesn't look like they are. Next up, playing catcher for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh, who is 0 for 2, and batting third, 2 for 3 with a homer, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. So we got 2 guys out of 3 that have homered today to, give us a little bit of electricity. But then as soon as, you pull out Bryce Miller, you bring in Leon, and then he gave up 2, just like that, bang, bang. So I hope we can hang on, but we are at our magic number at 5, and I believe we need 1 hit to hit 7 hits, and I think we'll get that. So Altuve has 3 homers, and it's only been 3 innings. Jeez Louise. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really care for either the Rangers or the Astros. I mean, can you guys just both lose? I know you're a Ranger fan and all, but that's crazy. So he had a homer in the first, a homer in the second, and a homer in the third? Damn! He must be hitting the garbage can. He must be cheating. 3 homers in 3 innings? Like, what kind of PEDs is he on? Who's pitching for you to give up that type of number? Well, they're obviously not in the game anymore. That's tough, bro. I'm sorry. Like, the Rangers have hit the skids, Preston. I mean, obviously with the Stars and the Kraken, that's one thing, when we eventually first met, right? But with the Rangers, you guys were so good early. Then you guys went on a big slide, like losing 9 out of 10 going into the break, and had another, like, losing 9 out of 10 after the All-Star break. I feel for you, man. Like, genuinely. I mean, it sucks to go on a fucking skid like that. Top of the 7th, 5-3 Mariners. Julio fouls it off. Uvalde came back. Golly. The comment from today or from the previous stream? If it's from today, I did not see it. I can scroll back up though. What's going on? I know that you said that you were taking a break from it for a little bit. Pitch is high. 3-2 count. Come on, Julio. It seems like your pitchers are injured quite a bit. Like the injuries are starting to kind of pile up. And then when you got guys coming back from injuries or guys that have been struggling and then they come back, seems like the team has not been able to gel properly. Julio. Wow. Klang's foul. Oh, it's in the chat. I did not see. Hold on. Let me scroll up. Yeah, December, January. Yeah, you can. Whatever. Like I said, it's whatever you want to do that makes you happy. With evaluations and notes and breakdowns and vlogs and blogs and whatnot. You know. If you want to be able to gain some ground on stuff like that, I would recommend is like trying to either put like something out like based off like video, or like some type of like blog type stuff, on like Twitter or X, because there's people on there that will read that type of stuff on there. That's probably the best platform for what you're doing. So either you talk about it or you just like write it out like an article or like an attachment. Back, back, back. Come on, baby. Julio Rodriguez. Let's go. But, obviously with the show, we said that we could feel maybe a Julio homer today, me and Reflect. And not only do we get one, we get 2, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. Julio Rodriguez. Mariner Moose fucking loves that, baby. Ballin'. Nice job, Julio. 2 homers. Yeah. That makes up for fucking Leon being an ass. Booty cheeks. Cal Raleigh popped up. 1 away. Well, thank God the bats have come alive. Maybe we can get another home run out of Teoscar. Maybe we get 2 homers out of Teoscar, 2 homers out of Julio. How cool would that be? 6-3. Well, we hit our magic number, right? No surprise. 6 runs, 7 hits, three homers. So obviously you got a Teoscar homer in the first, Rodriguez homer in the fifth, Rodriguez homer in the seventh. When we hit homers, we win the game. Julio, Teoscar, DeMarte, got him. 2 away. 24 doll hairs. Let's get to a hundo. Next up, left fielder Dominic Canzone. Come on, Dom. 0 for 3. Go 1 for 4, baby. Well, JP's 2 for 4, so he's a part of this as well. Don't forget about him. All 3 players are actually 2 for 4. JP just doesn't have the home run. It's a trio. It's not just Julio and Teoscar. JP has been a part of it, even though he hasn't homered today. And that's usually a sign of a winning team in Seattle. Pitch is high. 3-0 count. Marinez popped up. Go out of play. Thank God. Giancarlo. 400th homer. Nice. Two pitch. Oh, he ripped it. Yes. Go, 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 go. Run your ass off. Get into second. There we go. 1 for 4. Woo! Let's go. Nice job, Dom. Dom has been, obviously he had a couple of those games where he homered, but you don't want to get into a slump of, going 0 for 4 and then going 0 for 4 again or 1 for 4. But to keep fighting, stay positive. Know that hit is coming, and there you go. A nice stand-up double by Dominic Canzone. Here we go. Next up, first baseman Ty France. And where the hell is Tom Murphy? Can we get Tom Murphy in the game, please? And Jared Kelenic, please come back soon. God, Ty France gets hit again. It's like this guy has a target. Like everyone loves to hit Ty. Like at some point, this guy's arm is just gonna fall off. Like I don't get it. Like the guy gets hit, and it's not like okay, it's Ty France and like 5 other players within like 1 or 2. It's like Ty France hit by pitch 100 times, and then the second person that's been hit is like 30. Like Jesus, 30th hit by pitch, most in a season. Wow, since Brandon Geyer's 31, and he'll get hit again before the season's over. That's insane. Little slow roller. De La Cruz. Got him. At least we got a homer. Yeah, I don't know why they keep hitting on Ty France like that. Mr. Williams. What's good, brother? How are you, my guy? You know it, man. The grind never stops, dude. O-Dog Show all day, every day. Even when I didn't really feel like doing reaction videos, I thought to myself, these are the moments, where you push. Like some days I'm into it. I'm like, all right, but I did like 4 walks with Paisley yesterday, and I actually, got on the scale, and I noticed that I'm getting closer now to the goal. I think I'm 6 pounds away from 200 when I was at 265 during COVID. So for me to be able to drop like 50 to 55 pounds, change my diet, change my routine, and I got Paisley. I think she was about 5 to 8 pounds overweight, and I think now she's probably down to about 2 or 3. So, we're both really working at trying to be addicted to good things, not drinking and partying, but being addicted to bettering myself and obviously losing weight and eating better. So, yeah. But I was just in this mode this morning after I did like an hour walk, and I was awake at like 6:45, 6 in the morning, something like that. And it's like you have a little breakfast and everything, and then the Mariner game was on at like 3:30, so it took me an hour to make a thumbnail and everything, and did the thumbnail first. And normally I do reaction videos first and then the thumbnail, but I did it opposite. And I was like, I don't know if I really feel like doing these reaction videos, but then I was like, just do it, just regardless if I get 40 views, 100 or 400, who cares? Just do it, and it'll be in the library. Someone's going to appreciate it. I'm going to enjoy doing it, and that's when you know that you're going to make it. It's just a matter of time. And we're on the grind to 20,000 subs. Oh, looks like we gained a few. 68 subs to go. Thank you for the people that are in the room. Some of y'all might be newbies. Thank you so much. We gained 3 subs. 68 to go. Damn, we're in the 60s now. That is very cool. 68 subs to go. 68 subs to go to 20,000. Your boy will do a giveaway. Erica spying on your boy. Hi, Erica. She's spying. Spy dog. Bottom of the 7th, 6-3, Mariners. Oh, we got Brash in. Let's go. Let them know, bro. At one point, it's like we had like 20 some people in the room. You know what I mean? But I don't know if it's like sometimes people are shy. Sometimes people are spying, and sometimes people maybe they don't speak English. Because we'll get some like people from foreign countries and whatnot. So again, if you can't speak English and you're just a fan of baseball and you're like in Japan or a foreign country, that's fine. But I always find it kind of weird when we have 20, 30, 40 people in the room, but the only people that are talking are like the regulars or the mods. I don't know if it's just because people are intimidated or whatnot, but I try to invite people to like let me know your name, where you're from, who your favorite teams are, and whatnot. But I know they're not robots. So, pitch is inside. Come on, Brash. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the 7th, 6-3, Mariners. Uh-oh. Hold up. I gotta get a Brash photo up. Come on, Brash. Come on, baby. Bottom of the 7th, 6-3, Mariners. One away. Brash on the mound. Let's go. We do. You know it, brother. I appreciate your support always, through and through. And obviously, it's more than just like the donos, the likes, and the subs. Sometimes it actually blossoms into like a actual friendship, an actual family atmosphere, and that's why we are the Fanatic family for some of us. Got him. There we go, Brash. Well, they can put subtitles on. I don't know. I just, some people want to talk and some people want to watch, I guess. Yeah. L.A. De La Cruz in the box, who's a stud. Be really cool to have a player like De La Cruz on the Mariners. 6'5", 200, fast, strong arm, can run the bags really well. Home run power, RBI power. He's almost like a fucking creative player in like MLB The Show or like triple play baseball. That's what it kind of seems like to me. And he's a lefty. So you already know how I feel about lefties in sports. I love lefties. I don't care. I mean, especially if you're a lefty and you're good. Yeah, I'm going to love you. 244 average, 11 homers, and 36 ribbies. Got called up from AAA and, hasn't played a full season yet, but next year he will. And I imagine his numbers are going to be phenomenal, and he'll be in the All-Star game next year. Bottom of the 7, 6-3 Mariners. Yeah, and then we got Mariner game tomorrow against the Reds. Thursday we got the Chiefs and the Lions for the NFL kickoff. Friday we got the Mariners and the Rays, and then Saturday I might do multiple things. And I know they got the Ducks and Texas Tech at 4 o'clock, and I'm super excited about that. That's not going to be an 81-7 beatdown like we beat Portland State. Like we could actually lose that game, so pretty exciting. Let them know. Let them know. I just need you in here all the time, just spitting off the knowledge like this. Sarah's working hard trying to get people to like, sub, donate, and whatnot, but sometimes you need the other mods to be able to, plug in comments like this. Or when Elliot comes in and tries to get people to get the likes up and whatnot. Like every little part of that is needed. Big facts. But that's like the most rewarding thing for me. It's not the subs, or the likes or the donos. Those things are very, very important, especially since I'm full time. But building bonds and relationships has been the most rewarding thing on the channel. It's like $20,000 card with my Michael Jordan rookie, or 20,000 subs and having maybe 10 or 20 people that I'm really close with, or maybe not even that many. Maybe it's about 5 to 10. It's been very, very rewarding. And then hopefully as we go into the NFL season and then these other sports, obviously, baseball and NASCAR will be ending, but then, NASCAR, obviously baseball will be ending, but then the NBA and hockey will be starting. But it's all going to be pretty much college football, NFL, wrestling, and then we'll sprinkle in some of that basketball and hockey when need be. So he said, not just hype, just facts, brother. I know you wouldn't do it if you didn't mean it, and that means a lot. Well, I think real recognizes real, right? It's like you can tell someone who's genuine or who's a fake motherfucker. There's a lot of fake motherfuckers on YouTube and on Twitch, fake as fuck. Really good actors, really good actresses. All right, let's go to the top of the 8th. All right, next up for the Mariners, 0 for 3, no surprise, playing third base. At least he doesn't have an error filling in for Eugenio Suarez. Third baseman tonight, Jose Caballero. Oh, it's Haggerty. Oh, Haggerty. Haggerty. Nice. I was going to say they should sub out Jose for a Haggerty. Maybe not necessarily Dylan Moore, but there we go. All right. I was going to say, okay, Jose, but maybe the Mariners will be smart and make a change, and they did. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ham Swagger D. Come on, let's go. And maybe he'll be able to, now we're ahead. It's not like we're down 6-3. We're up 6-3, so less pressure. And if you're loose, maybe, we can get a good hit here. All right, take care. I really appreciate you very much. Feel better. All right, so we're going to have Haggerty, Rojas, and then JP, unless they make any changes. But I wouldn't take Rojas out. keep him in there. So Sam Haggerty, Josh Rojas, and J.P. Crawford, the mayor, the president, El Capitan, J.P. Crawford. Put that C on his jersey. About time. But I would like to see, Sam get an opportunity to come in earlier in the game, not just in the eighth or the ninth, because at that point you're not going to get a hit more than likely. I need to be able to see you have like three opportunities, so that way you can get maybe a hit out of one out of three opportunities. If you only have two, chances are, unless you're really feeling it and you're warmed up, you may not be able to get a hit. So, I mean, you never know, but that's just kind of the feel that I have typically with like Haggerty and Dylan Moore. You're going to need to give them like three opportunities or more, because if you just have one or two, you're probably not going to get the right pitch and the right swing at the right time. But maybe I'm wrong, but we'll find out. Certain guys need a little bit more reps. It's like a pitcher coming in, after the starting pitcher, gets pulled and he's just fucking off, or he's just lights out. Come on, Sam. We just want every player, no matter if you like them or not, just to, kind of step up. You know, Playoff push is here. Haggerty, damn it, he knew it. Popped up. Routine play. Well, I guess I called it. One away. That's the instance where it's like I don't want to be right. Like when you make a prediction and it's like not a positive thing, it's like more like kind of negative, but you kind of see it coming. It's like sometimes in those circumstances, I want to be wrong. I want Sam to get a home run, prove me wrong and whatnot. But again, humans are a creature of repetitiveness. History is meant to be broken, but also, things tend to repeat themselves quite a bit. Next up, second baseman Josh Rojas. Come on, Rojas, you can get a hit. I know you can. You can get hit by a pitch. You can get a walk. You can get a hit. Come on, Josh. Little bloop. Little bloop. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Even though I haven't had McDonald's in a long time. Next up, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Let's go, JP. Pitches on the corner for a strike. Top of the eighth, 6-3 Mariners. Good eye, JP. 2 for 4, two singles in a run. And that's one thing I think I appreciate about JP more than anyone that's in the starting lineup, besides his leadership and just being a genuine good overall dude, is that he really, works the count more times than not. Like I said, especially in crucial parts of the game. He might be a little swing happy and trigger happy early on, trying to get that first pitch strike like Julio and, getting on base for that homer or that single. But as the game wears on, he kind of turns into a situational baseball player slash manager, and he reads the count and reads the situation a little bit more than other players. Like that last pitch that was super outside, maybe Julio and Teoscar would have swung at that, But JP's like, no, I'm gonna wait for that right pitch, or I'll just take the walk. No ego. I'll take the walk. But let's see if he ends up fouling this one off, and he gets the walk. There we go. There we go. But Julio has already had 2 homers. Like, what are the chances of him getting 3 homers in a game? Probably 0%. I mean, it's very, very difficult. I mean, unless you're Jose Altuve today and you're fucking cheating on roids, Apple Watch, fucking hitting garbage cans, then maybe you're doing it. But Julio ain't going to go fucking for 3 homers. I mean, maybe when he's in his prime, when he has like 40, 50, 60 home runs, but he ain't going to do it today. Popped up. There we go. 2 away. Julio will go for 3 homers before his career is over. I know that will happen, but just not tonight. We're good with the 2 that he gave us. I'm just happy that we ended up hitting the magic number, 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits. We're at 6 runs, 9 hits, and we've had, what, 3 homers? I'll take that. Cal, you know it. He slammed that bat to the ground, popped up. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 8th. It's all right, Cal. All right, next up for the Reds, 0 for 3, center fielder Harrison Beta. Batting second, let me check before I actually just jump the gun here. Okay. Batting second, the Mariner prospect, third baseman, Noelvi Marte. And obviously, Marte homered just a couple innings ago in the bottom of the 6th for 366 feet to left. And batting third, unless they make a change, which I don't think they will, catcher Luke Maley. Maley. Let's go, Mariners. I mean, I don't know what I would have done if we ended up losing yesterday and losing today. We cannot lose to the fucking Reds. We already lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets, and that fucking was depressing as shit. Yeah, Cal throwing 2 runners at second base, which is incredible. I don't think he's done that all year. That's the very first time that's happened. And the Mariners play tomorrow at the same time, 3:40. And we got Logan Gilbert against Richardson, 12-5 versus 0-1. Richardson's got a 6.75 ERA, so we should be able to win the game tomorrow as well and win 2 out of 3. Oh, look what it is. Gino is in. Ooh, 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 ooh. First game he hasn't started. What a fucking Iron Man. He just needs to get his fucking slugging percentage up and just he needs to get hot with the bat. We need you, Gino. And we got Topa on the mound. .11 ERA for Justin Topa. Popped up. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Topa. I got to throw 2 Topa photos up. I don't want to jinx us. We got to make sure we get this dub. All right, here we go. Let's go, Justin. Let's go. 24 doll hairs. Let's get to a hundo. Pitches outside. 1-2 count to Beta. So we'll be doing the Mariner game tomorrow with Logan Gilbert. Then on Thursday, Lions and Chiefs opening kickoff for the NFL season. Friday, we'll do Mariners and Rays. Saturday, we will do Ducks and Texas Tech at 4 o'clock, and I may do another game or something else besides that. We'll see. Just depending on my plans and if I'm hanging out with people or not. So, oh, little chopper. Nice, Rojas. 1 away. Nice job, Rojas. All right, Josh. About time I debuted another photo of you. What's good, brother? Six three Mariners. Come on, no walks. Come on now. Oh, martini on deck. Let him know. Let him know. Let me see what the sub count is right now, too. We're on the grind for 20,000 subs. We are at 19,932. So if you're in the room and you want to help us out and you can't donate, you can easily like it, share it. But if you can't do that or don't want to, at least subscribe to the channel if you want to help us out. We're 68 subs away from 20,000. That's a big, big deal. I mean, I've been doing this for 11 years, so it's a big, big moment for us to be able to get to that number and then move forward from it. Bottom of the 8, 6-3 Mariners. One out, runner at first. 0-1 count to Stevenson. Come on, Topa. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is high. 1-1 count. 68 subs to go, baby. Let's go. There we go. Someone in the room subbed. I appreciate you very, very much. 67 to go. And I grind pretty much every day. I mean, I've already done 1,800 videos since 2017 alone, which would essentially mean I've been grinding every day for 5 years straight. So pitches outside, 3-1 count. And the nice thing about the channel is, we don't do just baseball. We do everything. Basketball, baseball, football, hockey, NASCAR, AEW, WWE, a little bit of everything. Your one-stop shop. It ain't ESPN. Little chopper, fuck. Runners at first and second now. Thank you to everyone that's watching on Twitter or X, as well as the people that are in the room right now watching either internationally or in the United States. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Come on, Mariners. It's going to get really exciting once we get to like that 20 number, like 20 subs or less to go. Again, there. And obviously, with the NFL season approaching, doing a lot of NFL streams, reaction videos for college football, and obviously with the NFL, I'm going to try to do every game or almost every game. So that's going to be a lot of effort, but I know that'll help us get over that number too. Like the Mariners streams are going to help, but also it's going to be doing those reaction videos for NFL and college football games. Well, that'll help us get over the hump too. Oh, baby. Oh, no. Oh, no. Martini with a homer to right center, 6-6. Fuck. Fuck. Are you fucking shitting me? What the fuck happened, Topa? Boo. Back, 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 back. Gone. You have to be kidding me. Martini out. Topa, you're garbage. Elliot in the building. What to do? Yes, I did. God damn it. Well, we may lose now. How the hell are you going to let a guy that's pinch hitting hit a 3-run home? This isn't Dominic Canzone. Fuck. And just like that, now the game is tied. And imagine if we didn't have Julio go for 2 home runs and Teoscar, we definitely would be losing this game right now. 6-1, 6-2, 6-3. Boo. Pitching is everything. And if you don't think so, obviously watch this game. Golly. Oh, golly. Now we just have to pray that we can win it in the ninth or in extras. But the way that we've been playing lately, and it's not like Topa's a bad pitcher, but again, our pitching has not been good in the last few weeks, regardless of the name recognition. It has not been good. Fuck. I mean, it was such a wide range of emotions being a Mariner fan. It's just fucking. I don't even know how to describe it. You know, moments of joy and then moments of depression, like fucking 2 minutes later. Like everything's good, and then all of a sudden that happens. Gino with the hob, two away, but the damage has already been fucking done. Chris in the building. What's good? I mean, we can still win, but momentum has shifted. Oh, fuck! After that home run, man, if I had a keg here right now, I mean, I'd be doing some keg stands. I'd be doing some Blue Moon with the orange. I'd be slamming. Fuck, I'd be shotgunning beers right now. God damn it! 6-6. What the fuck? And of course, Martini has to come in and it has to be a 3-run homer to tie it. It can't be a one solo dinger or a fucking 2-run homer. So at least we can hang on to win. 5 runs or more, 7 to 10 hits, we win 90% of the time. When we don't get to 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits, we lose 90% of the time. There we go. Good job, Gino at third. Caballero probably would have erred there. All right, Mariners. I don't know what to say at this point. Fucking let's try to win. Unbelievable, motherfucker. All right, at least we're in a decent part of the lineup, I guess. All right, leading off for the Mariners, right fielder Teoscar Hernandez. He homered earlier today in the top of the first, 411 feet with Cal Raleigh to give us that 2-0 lead, and Julio homered twice, and we still might fucking lose this game. Fuck. Batting second, left fielder Dominic Canzone. Dom was 0 for 3 and got a hit for a double last time up. And batting third, I mean, you might as well put in Tom Murphy now. Otherwise, Ty France is going to get hit. First baseman, Ty France, who's been hit by more pitches than anyone in Major League Baseball 30 times, and he got hit today again. Yeah, pitching. I mean, the pitching was good. The hitting was bad early in the year. Now the hitting is getting hot, and the pitching is non-existent. It's like, can't we just please, for the love of God, get fucking hitting and pitching in a fucking game and like be able to win a goddamn series against shitty teams like the fucking Mets and the fucking Reds when we got teams like the Dodgers and the Astros and the Rangers just waiting. We got them soon. Like, are we just trying to fuck everything up? I mean, I want Orioles, Mariners, ALCS, but if we play like this, fuck, we might not even make the playoffs. Oh, motherfuck. Jackie, are you an Astro fan? Because you know what's going to happen if you say yes. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Astro fans, that's what they get. Right there. Right to the chin. Top of the ninth, 6-6. We're knotted up. 0-1 count. Teoscar Hernandez in the box. Diaz on the mound. And all of a sudden, it got very quiet from Jackie with crickets. Pitches outside. 2-1 count. 67 subs away from 20,000. Let's go. Help your boy out. Let's get to fucking 20K. 2-1 pitch. Pitch is low. 3-1 count. That's a lie. How you going to be all Astro fans are praying for the Mariners to lose, and then with the little emoji there at the end? Don't lie. You're an Astro fan through and through. There we go. Let's go, baby. All right. Next up, Dominic Canzone with Teoscar Hernandez with the walk. What do we think, Mod? Should we give Jackie the Hollywood Hogan boot? I mean, I don't like people that lie. You know, you can't come in there with a comment like that, being an Astro fan, and then all of a sudden say no. You might get booted just for lying. Big swing and a miss. Top of the ninth, we're knotted up at 6. We got a liar in the room named Jackie, Astro fan, lying that she's not. 1-1 count. Contemplating if the Hollywood Hogan boot is coming out. Oh, baby, rip foul. Hella sus. Come on, Dom. I don't like liars at all. See ya. Should have been honest. You had a choice right there too, because most Astro fans are the worst. Some of them are cool, you know, but most of them can't admit that the cheating existed or ever happened. And then you can't come in here talking shit and then a little clap emoji, and then I call you out, and then you lie about it. Should have been honest. If you would have been honest, you would have been here. Popped up. Well, she lasted about 4 minutes longer than most. Sour. Hey, you know, it's pitching, dude. Our pitching is booty. I mean, don't lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in here talking shit with a little clapping emoji, right? And then I call you out. Just be honest. Yeah, I'm an Astro fan. I'm the worst, right? I can't admit that we cheated, right? The whole fan base is like that. Altuve's got 3 home runs today, garbage cans and all. Come on now. Ooh, almost hit him. God, golly, Ty France almost got hit in the face. Why does everyone try to injure Ty France? It doesn't matter who we're playing. He's gotten hit 30 times. I mean, when is enough? When is enough? Is Ty France that much of a person that's a target? And I think most of them aren't even intentional either. It just so happens that he's the one that ends up getting hit. Well, we're fucked. Now we're going to the bottom of the ninth. No fucking hits here. No fucking runs. Got an Astro fan that can't even admit they're an Astro fan. I mean, I thought that's what Astro fans do, right? Let everyone know that they're Astro fans and they love cheating. Got him with the double play. Motherfuck. Oh, fucking De La Cruz up now next too. Fuck. All right, before I have a fucking epic meltdown, All right, let's try to get some fucking subs so that way we get closer to this number. Well, Jackie had her 5 seconds of fame, just like the Island Boys, and then disappeared with the Hollywood Hogan boot off the face of the earth. 67 subs to get to 20,000. Let's go. Next up for the Cincinnati Reds in the bottom of the ninth, shortstop Ellie De La Cruz. Batting second, first baseman Christian Encarnacion Strand. And batting third, left fielder Will Benson. Feels like this game is kind of slipping away. Come on, Mariners. Wow, he did get to first base. Ty Francis' fat ass actually got there. And then Moore stole second. Top of the ninth with 2 outs. Diaz is pitching. Top of the ninth, runner at second, 2 outs, 2-0 pitch. Foul back. Come on, Ford. I love it when like they go to commercial break and then it's like, oh, the inning ended, and then you come back and then obviously your team is still up. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, I thought we were going to LA De La Cruz, and I'm like, all right, I guess that's what's happening. Then they go back from the commercial. All right, well, fuck. That's how it goes then. Let's go, Mike. We need you. Well, we were supposed to be pitching, but then they ended up reviewing that play. Probably not Topa. At least I hope not. It's got to be Munoz, you would think, at this point. 3-1 pitch. Hit him. Oh, God. Hit him in the ankle. I hope he's okay. Motherfucker. Oh, I might have hit his knee. That motherfucker. Charge his ass. Punch him. Yeah, Ford is in pain. Hit him in the knee. Son of a bitch. Charge him, Ford. Clothesline his ass. Oh, shit. Right on the kneecap. Oh, fuck. That did not look good. Oh, charge him. Bring the bat out to the pitcher's mound. Beat his ass. Jeez, my God. So Munoz is going to be coming out. All right, Gino, let's go. 6-6, top of the ninth. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Come on, Gino. I mean, this was going to be the first game that he didn't play all year. Pitch is low and outside. I mean, if he just takes a walk and we can get bases loaded, then we're going to be good to go at that point. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0 count. Just take the walk, Tino. Take the walk. Do not swing. But of course, you know he will. And we'll get out, and then we're going to go to the bottom of the ninth. 3-0 count. How are you going to have a 3-0 count and then not get to first base? Don't swing. And what is Gino going to do? Swing. And there it is. Idiot. Read the room. It's like when you're at a party, you have to read the room. 3-0 count, and that's what we get? We lost. It's over. Idiot. I mean, if it was J.P. Crawford, at least we would have been able to get on base with the bases loaded. Like, does he not realize that we're like the best team with the bases loaded? And of course he doesn't. Fuck. Well, we lost. Well, I mean, hopefully we can find a way to win in extras, but that was our chance. This team is going to give me a goddamn heart attack. All right, next up for the Reds, 1 for 3, shortstop Ellie De La Cruz. Oh, great. Batting second, Christian Encarnacion Strand, 2 for 4 with a run and an RBI. And batting third, 1 for 4, left fielder Will Benson. Fuck my life. At least Munoz is coming in, but are we going to get the good Munoz or the bad Munoz? That's really the question. I'm going to get Munoz photo up at least. Maybe we can have some kind of fucking luck. All right, come on, Munoz. So wish Seawald was here, but what are we going to do? Three photos for 3 outs. Let's go. Oh, I feel this game slipping through our fingers now. $66 subs to go. Thank you, whoever subbed that was in the room. I appreciate you. 66 to go, and we know it's not from Jackie. 14 games, 9 saves, 1.93 ERA, 7 base on balls, 20 Ks. Andres Munoz, 66 subs from 20,000. Help your boy out. Let's go. 66 out of 35 people in the room. Let's go. Bottom of the ninth. We're knotted up at 6. Come on, Munoz. Munoz De La Cruz. Oh, I do not feel good about the ending of this game. 1-0 pitch. Pitch is inside. 2-0 count. I mean, Ellie De La Cruz is an automatic, just single, double, triple home run guy. You know, so I would assume that he's going to get on base. And Munoz, I mean, I don't feel the swagger from him, you know, with his body language. So I would almost assume that he's going to get a hit. So you need the Reds to win your bet for your parlay. Guess what? You're going to get it. 3-0 count. Munoz can't hit the strike zone if his fucking life depended on it. Oh, there's a hit. Oh, nice job, De La Cruz. You're the man. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits on your ass. All right, next up, Christian Encarnacion Strand, 2 for 4. Da Juice says, I hope the Reds win. I hope they win too. 0-1 pitch for Munoz. Throw to first. Safe. Oh, 1 pitch. De La Cruz safe at second. No, I'm going for the Reds. I just wear this Mariner gear for fun. I'm a big Reds fan. Been a fan since I was a little kid. De La Cruz with the steal. De La Cruz had a single and stole second. 25th stolen base for De La Cruz. Bottom of the ninth, runner at second, no outs, 0-2 count. And there it is. Game over. 7-6 Reds. Reds win. It's over. There we go. Nothing new. Yeah. I mean, you should already know that, right? Yeah. Well, we lost 2 out of 3, versus the Mets. And obviously, now we've lost 2 straight to the Reds. And then we play tomorrow with Logan Gilbert. So we might get swept tomorrow. So, yeah, it's not going very well, Preston, for your Rangers or my Mariners. But, we didn't deserve to win this game. If you're going to give up big home runs like that, it is what it is. So, oh, what a day. But you got to give your hats off to the Cincinnati Reds. I'm not going to be a hater like most people. Like I said, you got to give their flowers and give them their due. They earned it today. And let's be honest, L.A. De La Cruz is one of the most exciting players in Major League Baseball. So for him to be able to, go across home and come up with those big plays, no surprise. Shout out to him. He's an awesome player. That's facts. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. And shout out to everyone that ended up subbing to the channel. We have 66 subs to go to get to 20,000. And I will be doing a giveaway, maybe like a jersey or something once we get to that moment, which it seems like it's going to be approaching within a couple days or so. And I have been grinding for 11 years. So this is a big moment. 7 years on YouTube, but 11 years overall. And tomorrow will be at the same time tomorrow. So at the same time, we will lose to the Reds again at 3:40 p.m. Pacific time. And we got Logan Gilbert versus Richardson. So we'll see where it goes. And then we have the NFL, Chiefs and the Lions on Thursday for the NFL kickoff. So thank you to everyone that donated, commented, shared, and obviously subbed to the channel. I appreciate you very, very much. And final score, Cincinnati Reds 7, Seattle Mariners 6. Love you and appreciate you. And I got one question for you. When you talk sports like us, your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Thanks.